He swung on and hit the end of right field deep. And you can't forget about this one. Blaze Salter hits number 5, and the Newport Gulls retake the lead.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Gone! A grand slam! To left power, right tower power, and the Gulls walk off in the 15th inning!
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Tomas steps on the back for one out, throws to first, and he's in time, a double play.
Pitch, breaking ball lifted deep to center field, and it is gone! A 2-run shot for Cody Hosey.
A high drive, left field deep. Lozano going back, looking up. This ball is a 2-run homer. P.J. Jones hits it out.
Stay tuned. The pregame show begins now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Now, in his 3rd season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Zach Ledson.
After winning a rematch of the 2021 NECBL wildcard round with the Westerners earlier this season, the Gulls go for a season sweep. Hi everybody, Zach Letson getting you set for Newport and Danbury round 2, the final time these two sides will see each other in the regular season. Newport has won 9 in a row here in front of the Cardines faithful here at home, looking to make it 10 here tonight at 6:35. But first, the Gulls pregame show starts right now. All right, back here on the Gulls pregame show, time for the Coaches Report. Zach Letson joined by Newport Gulls pitching coach Dan Gosofsky as we get ready for a ball game here at 6:35. Coach, going with Jake Garland on the mound tonight against the Westerners, and guys have gotten pretty comfortable with giving him the ball on Fridays. It's now 4 Fridays in a row that he's really turned into that guy. What kind of comfort do you have when number 29 gets the ball?
Well, we have tremendous confidence in Jake. His mix lends himself to giving us a good start in the ball game with a couple different pitches, and he's a strike thrower. And that's something that we talk about all year, is being able to control counts, stay ahead, get ahead with guys, and that's what Jake does. And last time out wasn't his best, and we're definitely looking for a bounce back out of him.
Well, you've had games where Garland worked into the 8th inning, games that you've won with 1 or 2 pitchers, then also games you used 4 pitchers on Wednesday, games that you've maybe had to use 5 or 6, maybe go by committee. What do you think that says about this pitching staff, that, yeah, you can win it with maybe your starter being the ace of the night, but you can also win it with a really good bullpen effort?
Well, I mean, certainly if you look across the aisle throughout the year, some clubs have had to leave pitchers in there, and that's not a problem for us. And that's certainly, our depth is a strength. Our management's put together a collection of great pitchers, and frankly, we're excited about all of them when we run them out. And whether it's 1 or 5, like you were mentioning, we have tremendous faith in all of our guys. And again, I'll tout the catchers. That's a lot of guys to be handling, and the communication's been great in the battery. So excited for how we can kind of finish up our season. Our depth has certainly been a strength.
Well, you get ready for Danbury here tonight, and the Westies, the only team Newport's shut out this season. That was a 3-0 victory over at Rogers Park. Tough to replicate, getting a goose egg on the other side, but what are you looking for out of your team tonight on the mound to make that happen?
It was a funny day out there in Danbury the last time out. Had a little rain that cut out the 9th. So we'll expect to play 9 full tonight. We like the guys who we have behind. I think you'll see Chase Allen in there. And I think you'll see some other guys, hopefully close it out. But certainly have a lot of respect for the Westies. And, they'll come out ready to play on a Friday night in Gulls and Orange.
All right, Gulls in their orange, going for a 10th straight win against the Cardines faithful. That is Gulls pitching coach Dan Gosofsky. Coach Gus, thanks for the time.
Thanks as always, Zach.
All right, the Gulls pregame show rolls on. All right, back here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson joined by Gulls pitcher out of the University of Texas, Daniel Blair, as we get ready for Gulls and Westies. Daniel, you've been a part of it all on the mound. Starting games, coming out of relief, 3-3. Do you have a preference, whether it's starting a game or relief, or is it just whatever job you got to do?
I think preference would be starting, obviously. I think kind of everyone likes the routine, having the set time, stuff like that. But at the same time, I'd rather throw than not throw. So if I can get in and help my team anyway, then that's how we're going to go. So.
Well, you spent a lot of time in the bullpen with the guys. Of course, you've been someone that's come out of relief. And you and Cole Stasio, kind of an inseparable duo, as we've noticed. We had Cole up in the booth earlier this season, and you were right beside him. what's one or maybe a couple, if it's too hard to pick, personalities on this team, whether it's someone in the bullpen, someone in the dugout, that stuck out to you this summer?
Yeah, for sure. I think Garland, Miami Vice, he's got his whole nickname for his city, stuff like that. He's entertaining. Gross from ECU, I'd say funniest guy on the team if I had to pick one. So he's another good one. But, yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of personalities, obviously a lot of different places. So it's always a good time down there.
Well, I mentioned that you're from the University of Texas. It's now 37 appearances in Omaha for the Longhorns. That's by 38. 37 that they haven't been, 38 that they have. Pretty crazy stuff. And it was your first year complete at Austin this past spring. What kind of lessons, whether it's off the field, on the field, did you take away from your first year in such a historic program?
Yeah, from coaches, obviously you got Coach Pierce has done it all from when his time at Rice, stuff like that, with Coach Graham to Coach Allen was a great mentor for me. Obviously, you had Tulowitzki there, a lot of big league experience. And then the guys, too, were a big one. Obviously, they had been to Omaha a year before. Just, work ethic, I think, was a big thing. Guys lived and died there. It was sleep, eat, wake up, baseball. I think that was the biggest change is guys spent endless amount of time in the field. It was just they couldn't get away from it. So.
All right, that is Gulls pitcher out of UT Austin, Daniel Blair. Daniel, thanks for the time.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, the Gulls pregame show rolls on. Back here on the Gulls pregame show for our final part of on-field coverage, the Broadcasters Roundtable. Zach Letson joined by the voice of the Danbury Westerners, Kyle DeSantis, as well as the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Shane Briggs. Kyle, I'll start with you because pitching has been really the strong force for Newport and for Danbury. That's what really got it done last night, a shutout victory over Valley. 16 strikeouts combined from the Westies pitching staff and just a dominant night.
Yeah, again, Zach Race, the starter, had 9 strikeouts, and then Billy Oldham had 3 to get the save. Westerners struck out 5 of the last Valley batters and 6 of the last 7 that came to the plate. The pitching in that case for that game, just the complete inverse of what Tuesday's win was the star power.
And Newport, they've played well here at home, Shane. They're going for a 10th straight win in front of the Cardines faithful. We look at the sky. It's a pretty good day. Forecast is looking pretty good for baseball tonight.
Yeah, well, Zach, quick look around. Not a cloud in sight. Absolutely beautiful out here at Cardines. As Joe Nichols once said, sunny and 75, or at least that's what it feels like. But, another great forecast, another beautiful Friday night out here for Cardines faithful, and looking forward to extending the homestand.
Gulls will go for a 10th straight and try to move to 13-2 here at home and look to continue its lead in the Coastal Division. We'll find that out at 6:35 and talk to you more from the booth. It is Danbury, a rematch of the 2021 NECBL wildcard round, and we're so glad that you could be with us here on the NECBL network. Zach Letson joined by the voice of the Danbury Westerners, Kyle DeSantis, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Shane Briggs, as we prepare for the second and final matchup. These two teams, formerly sharing the Southern Division, now sit in separate divisions, Kyle, so only twice throughout this 44-game slate will Newport see Danbury, and game 1 was a pitcher's duel. It was the only game all season that the Gulls have picked up a shutout, a 3-0 victory at Rogers Park. In just 8 innings, we did not have a 9th inning because of rain out in western Connecticut, but it was a pitcher's duel, and Newport scored 3 runs in the 5th inning. That was the difference of the game.
Yeah, that was the difference in that game, and since then a lot has happened for both teams. Again, for Danbury, they had a stretch where they lost 6 straight. They've won their last 2 on Tuesday against the Valley Blue Sox. The offense exploded for 21 runs. That was a modern era and franchise record. And on Thursday, last night, they welcomed the Blue Sox back to Rogers Park, and it was the pitching. It had 16 strikeouts, like I mentioned. Jet Lovett's 2-run home run was the difference maker in a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, pitching's been the catalyst, really, for both of these teams. Gulls come in with a 20-11 record. Danbury 14-18. 20-11 overall, Shane, but 12-2 here at home. Gulls have loved playing here, and picked up really a character-building win in come-from-behind fashion Wednesday against Bristol.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys love to play here. It was a great come-from-behind victory, a victory that came, I think, largely on the back of the pitching staff, like you mentioned. It was a game that the pitching staff held them in and kept them in, and the offense was able to come out and explode and come from behind and pay them back. And like you said, just a place they absolutely love playing. A beautiful Friday night here. Cardians faithful is out and proud. So it's going to be, I think, another beautiful Friday for a great game of baseball here at Cardians Field.
Goals in pursuit for a top 2 seed in the NECBL and to maintain its stronghold on the Coastal Division. There is a lot on the line here tonight, and we'll have more coverage for you. Starting lineups, pitching matchups, all the entire 9 yards here as we prepare for first pitch. But before that, we'll send it down to our pregame ceremonies. It is American Heroes Night here at Cardians Field, and Mike Falcone, the Newport's Director of Operations, down with our pregame ceremonies. That'll be followed by the national anthem, and then we'll join you back here from up in the booth.
Field was engulfed in flames at the end of May. Nearly 100 firefighters and 10 commanders battled the fire through the night, resulting in a permanent shutdown of this local hotel. Although 4 firefighters suffered injuries, including one who fell through a 4th floor hole, none were seriously injured. And thankfully, everybody made a quick recovery. So thank you to all who responded. Also, we're honored to have Coventry Police represented here tonight, along with their captain, Matt Blair. Matt's wife, Elizabeth, his children, Emma, Brody, Cassie, Aiden, Bryson, and Jocelyn, are also here to celebrate a milestone in Captain Blair's life. Coincidentally, today marks his last day of service after 20 years as a police officer. He his retirement today after serving a multitude of positions that include the SWAT team that have also joined us tonight. Thank you so much, Captain Blair, for your years of service. Enjoy your retirement. We didn't know this was happening. And before we have our parade of honor guards onto the field, as well as our ceremonial first pitches, there's a member of Captain Blair's Coventry Police that we would like to recognize, but who cannot be with us here tonight. Lieutenant Gary Miller lost his battle to cancer under 2 months ago. He dedicated 22 years of service to the town of Coventry and the state of Rhode Island. Beloved by all who he came in contact with, Lieutenant Miller is said to be the epitome of a great policeman, family man, and friend. So let us all bow our heads in silence, remembering Lieutenant Miller. I ask you all to please remain silent, as we'd also like to remember all of the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Thank you very much. Let's get to some ceremonial pictures here. Blair, why don't you lead us off? Next is Dr. Stephanie Lucella. She's a full-time acute care surgeon and surgical intensivist at Brown Physicians Inc. and practices as Rhode Island's only level 1 trauma center, Rhode Island Hospital. She's the section chief of trauma, medical director for trauma intensive care, and the president-elect for the medical executive committee. Thank you for all you do. Next up, I'd like to introduce Sean Asher, joined by his wife Carol. He's a Pawtucket Lieutenant firefighter, and when he was responding to a call on Central Ave, he acted on instinct. In the brave pursuit to save a woman from a blazing fire in her 3rd floor apartment, Lieutenant Asher was injured in the process and resulted in amputation on his left leg. Now Mr. Asher spends his days working for another orthotic and prosthetic technologies in North Kingston, continuing to impact the lives in a different capacity. It would not be possible without our sponsors here. So let's first round of applause for Brian Marini. He's one of the co-sponsors of John Hancock and is no stranger to the baseball field, as he played college on the same ice. Next up, let's welcome Christopher Yolanis, a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force Reserve and the managing director here for Yolanis Assault Management. He's throwing off the first pitch is his daughter, Anna.
Absolutely.
One of our own, Greg Taylor, to the mound. He played for the Newport Gulls not too long and is no stranger to Cardigan's Field, as his father, Greg Taylor Sr., is one of our board of directors. His son, Everett, will be throwing out tonight's first pitch. But certainly not, is Darcy Toyle, the senior resident client associate for your Assault Management. Here with us tonight is her husband, Brad, who is a policeman, their children, Braden and Brooklyn. And Brooklyn will be throwing out the last ceremony of the first pitch tonight. Very nice. At this time, I ask you all to please rise and move your caps, as we are extremely lucky and fortunate for a procession of honor guards from all throughout our area, which I will name department by department. Leading the procession will be the Rhode Island State Police. Next is the East Providence Police Department, followed by the Cranston Police Department. Police Department. North Kingston Police Department. Westerly Police Department. Police Department. Middletown Fire Department. From Massachusetts, we have the Boston Fire Department, as well as Fall River Emergency Services. We were also accompanied on the field by the Coventry SWAT Unit, Middletown Fire Specialty Department, the Tiverton Police, and the Newport Police Department. And here to perform tonight's national anthem is Kim Marion of Portsmouth, Rhode Island. It has become a tradition here at Cardigan's for her to perform the national anthem on American Heroes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallant flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
So my little guy's in center field. The older ones are right. Okay. 7 and 11.
Is that where they play in the outfield?
No. They're both catchers. In district, before I wait. Oh, I'll tell you a little more.
Thank you again, all police, fire, emergency services, and all who joined us for tonight's pregame ceremony. Now let's get ready to play some baseball.
It is almost time for the main event here at Cardines Field. Newport and Danbury, round 2. These two teams that, oh, there's plenty of history. Played in the wild card round of last year's NECBL playoffs. That is where Newport's season ended in a single elimination game in Rogers Park. And all the Gulls getting a little bit of revenge earlier this season in a 3-0 8-inning victory against the Westerners at Rogers Park. And one thing that we've known, Kyle, whenever these two teams have met up, it's almost always promised to be entertaining baseball.
Yeah, it's always been promised, as you said, to be entertaining, always to keep close, always for the game to be good. And in this atmosphere of Cardines Field, it's just amplified.
Friday night, Gulls are in their orange uniforms for a 4th consecutive Friday, as you heard in our pregame show. It'll be Jake Garland who gets the start. Miami Jake, he will make his 5th appearance overall in a Gulls uniform, has really established himself as one of the main cogs in that starting rotation. And we've seen him go deep in games before, Shane. Newport will be looking for him to be the workhorse again.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like every Friday night we get a Miami Jake performance, which is
synonymous with the orange on Fridays.
Definitely not a complaint. It's like Dom Day to those who celebrate. Every Friday night vice, as they call them, is an absolute treat to watch. So I'm looking forward, hoping for another great deep showing from Jake Garland. Knock on wood. Don't want to give him the old announcer's jinx, but hoping for another solid outing out of the big man out of Miami.
Jake and the gang are huddled up, as you see on your screen, right by the Gulls dugout, ready to take the field. Defensively, offensively for Danbury, Westies, of course, did not score a run in that 8-inning win for Newport. how, Kyle, will Danbury look tonight as Ian Rashford and company will look to finally put some runs on the board against Newport?
Well, again, for last night, they only put up 2. Again, on Tuesday, those 21 runs came in. And again, you want more of that Tuesday Danbury and not that Thursday Danbury if you're the coaches.
A 21-run avalanche. Danbury's kind of found all sorts of ways to get the job done, as have the Gulls. That's really how you can do it in summer ball. It's not really one methodical approach, but however you can get the job done. How will the Westerners look 1 through 9 as they look to do just that and try to get a split in this season series?
All right, 1 through 9 for the Danbury Westerners. Leading off, the second baseman is Jackson Taylor. Batting second is the shortstop and Daniel Rivera, who had 2 home runs in that 4th inning in that 21-2 Avalanche victory over the Blue Sox. Batting third, the first baseman, Hank Thomas. Batting cleanup, the DH, Harrison Feinberg. Batting 5th and playing at number 5 out in the field at third base, it's Nick Romano. Batting 6th, the right fielder in Billy Gerlant. Batting 7th, behind the plate for Danbury, calling the game with the starter in Kyle Roach is Alec Mag. Batting 8th, the left fielder is Henry Stremecki. And batting 9th, the center fielder, Jermaine White.
They'll go up against Jake Garland, as you see at the top of your screen, the starter, the righty out of the University of Miami. He'll get the ball for a 5th game. All of them have been starts for Jake, and they've been pretty strong. Had, well, probably his most forgettable outing last time. That came against the Winnipesaukee Muskrats, was tagged for 4 runs. All of them earned 7 hits and 2 strikeouts. Gulls fell in a 4-0 hole in that game before turning out 10 unanswered runs and beating the Muskrats 10-4. It is a 2-1 record for Jake with a 4.64 ERA, 21 1/3 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts to just 4 walks. So keep an eye on that command for Garland. That is something that he does and does well, is have command of the zone. The defense behind him, it'll be Ben Rounds in left field, Colton Ledbetter in center, Alec Makarevich in right, left to right across the infield, Slade Alford is at third base, Spencer Smith at shortstop, Josh Grauer at second, and Noah Martinez at first. Brian Brecker is the battery mate for Jake Garland as we are set for baseball. First pitch in for a strike on the outer part of the plate to Jackson Taylor at 6:45 Eastern here in Newport, Rhode Island. 74 degrees and sunny. And right away you see Garland working with pace. You'll notice how he works quicker than maybe any pitcher on this entire Gulls team. Fastball is rocked foul. It's a 1-2 count to the second baseman.
Yeah, Zach, like you said, Garland loves to push the pace. He does not like to let his batters get settled or get comfortable. So, like you said, probably the quickest guy on this Gulls team loves to just push that pace.
And that's what allows him to work late in games. Nobody has gone as deep in a game as Garland did when he went 7 1/3 against the Sanford Mainers and nearly had a call on strike 3 that time. Taylor taking, it's now 2-2.
I love that pitch there from Garland. It's just a bit too inside.
Cut on and missed. That time it's strike 3. Filth. That is what Jackson Taylor is treated to for out number 1 in this game. Talked plenty about his command that starts with the fastball, which he uses about 70% of the time, but has a 4-pitch mix that you will see from number 29 on the bump. Fastball, slider comes next, also has a changeup and a curveball in the mix, and that's what allows him to be a workhorse. He pitched over 65 innings with the Miami Hurricanes this season. And there's the changeup at use on the outer part of the plate to Daniel Rivera. Fastball misses down low to the Southern New Hampshire University penman, Daniel Rivera. We had an SNHU broadcaster and former player up here in the booth when the Keene Swampats came to town. And it's quickly 1-2. That was Ryan Dio, one of a couple of broadcasters on Keene. And it was a fun game. That's in there, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jake Garland. Starting the night off on the right foot.
Yeah, and so far through the first 2 hitters for Danbury, you've seen Taylor been patient, but swung right on the breaking ball, and you see Rivera, who's even more patient, probably the most patient hitter in the Danbury roster entirely, just kept the bat on his shoulders and caught looking for the second out.
A lot of returners from last year's NECBL championship team for the Westerners. Hank Thomas is one of them. He steps in here, third batter of the inning. Carlin looking to go 1-2-3 to begin the night. And that's right back to him. He'll flip over to first. Easy as 1-2-3 for Miami Jake to get the night started. Gulls will try to put some runs on the board to get the scoring started when we come back.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Back at historic Cardines Field for a beautiful Friday night for baseball. Glad you can be with us in this matchup between Newport and Danbury. We head to the bottom half of the first. Newport gets its first at-bats with a new-looking lineup. Spencer Smith will lead things off for Newport. Playing shortstop, Alec Makarevich hits second and plays in right field. Colton Ledbetter, the Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week, hits third. Slade Alford hitting .516 in his last 9 games. Hits cleanup. Noah Martinez, first home run of the season, came on Wednesday. Hits fifth. Josh Kuroda-Grauer hits sixth and plays second. Jack Scanlon out of the DH role for a first time this season. Hits seventh. Brian Brecker hits eighth and does the catching. And Ben rounds out the order, hitting ninth and playing in left field. First pitch from Kyle Roche is fouled back. Kyle, what can you tell me about the tall 6'8" right-hander?
Well, for Roche, he is a returner. As you mentioned, you kind of alluded to that with Hank Thomas, who was up to bat in the top of the first. He was also the starter in that wild card game where Danbury took over the Gulls.
That's shot by Smith in a straightaway center field, high off the wall. He'll have extra bases, standing in a second with a stand-up double.
Wow, Zach, I thought that was gone. That, I think in any other ballpark that probably is too, but between Cardines being so deep out there in dead center and also 22 feet tall, that's a tall task for anyone.
And I got a look, it's right off of the O'Brien's Pub sign. That is high off of one of the deeper parts of the park.
Wow.
And, well, we talked early and before the game about this new Newport lineup and the strategy behind it. Kyle Roche on the mound. Batters are hitting 175 if they are righties against him. Lefties, 320. What's Spencer Smith? He's a lefty, and he is the leadoff hitter for Newport. On with a double to begin the bottom of the first.
And, Zach, what's Alec Makarevich in the 2-hole?
He's a hit machine, and he's a switch hitter, and he digs in from the left side. That helps when you can say, oh, I'll be a lefty for this at-bat. Why not?
A little bit of a scouting report. Not a big deal.
Amac had a 21-game on-base streak, 15-game hitting streak to begin his time with Newport, and that's back up the middle for a base hit. Back-to-back hits to begin the bottom of the first. Coming to the plate is Smith, and he'll score. 1-0 Gulls right away.
Wow, did you blink, Zach?
If you blink, you might have missed it. That is how you start a ball game. How about 4 pitches in? You got a double from Smith, a single from Makarevich, and the Gulls get the party started in a heartbeat.
As here comes that man, Zach. Who's that up to bat?
The Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week. It is another lefty in Colton Ledbetter. Lefty, lefty, lefty to face Kyle Roche to begin the night. Man, that sits second in the entire league in the home run category. 8 bombs on the summer. And 30 RBIs for the center fielder. Cracks it foul. 1-1 count.
Puts that one out on America's Cup Avenue. What a name. What a street. What a place to be.
And we're in the middle of it all here in Newport. West Marlboro Street to our right behind us. America's Cup Avenue to the left behind us. And this crowd has really started to fill in as we sit close to the 7 o'clock hour, 6:53 Eastern time. And Ledbetter looks at ball 2 on the inside part.
I mean, do you blame him? Is there anywhere else you'd want to be on a Friday night, Zach?
It's a perfect night for baseball. I don't know what else you can say about it. Amac goes, pitches down low for a ball. Good throw. Not in time. Amac with a head-first dive got in, and Newport swipes a bag. That was close.
Yeah.
Real close. Get a look at the replay. Picked a good pitch to run on the pitch in the dirt. And Rivera.
He almost overslid that.
Came very close to getting that tag down. Throw may have beaten him. The tag did not beat him.
Which seems to be a little bit of a recurring pattern here at Cardines. The last couple games we've had here.
Cracked back into center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Makarevich had to wait. It gets by White in the outfield. Here comes Makarevich, and he scores. Ledbetter goes to second. It's 2-0 Newport. Will likely go down as a single and a 1-base error. Colton Ledbetter leading Newport in the hits department. He came into this game 2 games behind the team lead in that category. And immediately, it's going to be a discussion on the mound here for Danbury.
Yeah, and again on the mound, it's Connor Farrell talking with the catcher for the Westerners in Mag and Roche. Again, Roche is in very unfamiliar territory so far. His ERA was the best in the league coming into tonight's start, and already he's given up 2 on a trio of hits from Smith, Makarevich, and Ledbetter.
And Zach, not another lefty, but definitely not a guy you want to see as a righty. Who's that?
Slade Alford. Folks, he's hitting .516 in his last 9 games. 16 for 31. That includes 7 doubles and a home run. And he lines it back up the middle. Caught on a line by White. Hit just too hard by Alford. And Newport is seeing Roche real well right now.
And now up comes the man that they call the Panda. Fresh off his first home run in a Gulls uniform.
It is Noah Martinez, Newport 5-hitter. That long-awaited first blast coming for Noah. And Newport's win over the Bristol Blues 6-3. It was the icing on the cake. Gulls completed a comeback in the bottom of the 8th. And they were down 3-2. Martinez came up when Newport had already charged in front, taking a 5-3 lead, and just destroyed a baseball out to straightaway center fields. Already 2-0 Gulls, a chance for more. With Ledbetter out on second base, there's a strike to Martinez quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Calling the balls and strikes is Christopher Lima, J.C. Fernandez, and Robert Melms are tonight's field umpires here at Cardines Fields. Home game number 15 this season for the Gulls. That is in the dirt, and that gets away from the catcher, Mag. It's ball 4 anyway, I beg your pardon. So, or rather, excuse me, are they going to say that they're going to say it hit Martinez. So since it hit Martinez, it is a dead ball. And Ledbetter cannot advance. Get a look at the replay. And with the carom that it took, they're going to say, I guess, that it went off of the back foot of Martinez. And, well, Danbury manager Ian Ratchford looks a little perplexed by the decision. But nevertheless, it is now runners on first and second for Josh Kuroda-Grauer.
And Josh, if I'm not, Zach, if I'm not mistaken, that is the man who Colton Ledbetter is chasing from the 2 spot. That is the goals leader in hits, Josh Kuroda-Grauer.
He is second in the category behind Ledbetter.
Oh, my apologies.
It is Colton and then JKG and Alford after the stretch he is on. He's right on his tail. It is Ledbetter with now 39 in just 32 games. Then JKG slotting in with 33 hits and Slate 32. 2-0, he hit it off of his own shoulder, so it's now a 2-1 count to the second baseman out of Rutgers.
I think that's the first time all season where you've getting a foul off the batter, but it's usually around the shin, around the leg area. Hasn't gone that high before.
That's kind of a high carom to have happen right in your wheelhouse off of home plate. But you see it all over the course of a summer season. I think that's what we've all kind of come to expect. And what's been a wacky 2022 season across the board. Could not hold up his swing on that pitch. Kind of came a little bit inside. But at 88 miles per hour from Roche. Gulls have seen him well, have some hard contact to begin this game. 3 hits in a row to open up the first. 2 runs on the board. JKG flies it out into foul territory, and the catch is made by Thomas. What a play made by the first baseman, using all of the foul territory to make the catch.
And Zach, I think we're all feeling good. Another lefty coming up to bat. Who's that one out of the catcher spot?
Well, Jack Scanlon, who we heard from before our pregame show on Wednesday, and we talked about it, not your prototypical walk-up song, right? You come in, you maybe expecting something that, some pump-up music with a lot of bass. Jack Scanlon says, oh, how about some Michael Bublé instead?
I'm feeling good.
He says, it's often used for Christmas music, but he really enjoys something that'll please the crowd. And that's what Michael Bublé does. Big count and a miss for strike one. And yes, as you mentioned, it is another lefty for these Gulls. Of course, the first 3 batters of the game, all lefties. Noah Martinez a lefty. Jack Scanlon a lefty. Ledbetter still at second after the single that drove in Newport's second run, and he advanced on the air. That gets in the dirt. Did that get Scanlon? It did. That's going to be another hit batsman on a pitch that sunk low near the dirt, and 2 Gulls hitters have been hit by a pitch on the foot. And that one's a lot more clear than I think Martinez. Now the bases are loaded. And Danbury's far from out of the woods. It is Brian Brecker, the Newport catcher. Later arrival, he was dealing with an injury. Newport dealing with an injury in and of itself to one of its catchers. And Brecker, after recovering from dealing with a meniscus problem, he has joined the Gulls after a fantastic freshman season with the Michigan State Spartans. Big Ten all-freshman team selection. And here he is in a crucial spot. Bags loaded in the bottom of the first. That's cut on and missed. Going to the off-speed was Roche in there for strike one. Game number 4 in a Gulls uniform for Brecker. Still looking for that first hit. That's in there for a strike. 0 for 6, so not too many at-bats for Brian. And becomes the second Sparty member on this Gulls team, joining Trent Farquhar. Ledbetter on third, Martinez on second, and Scanlon on first. Already 2 runs across for the Gulls. tried holding up his swing and is able to, on the pitch inside. It is, as we mentioned, Fernandez and Melms out there in the field, and Lee McCall on the balls and strikes.
Zach, do you see what I see?
It is 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in a 2-0 game.
That's deuces wild, Zach.
Yes, it is. Cut on and miss for Brecker, strike 3. So Roche strands the bases loaded and averts more disaster. But Newport, with 3 consecutive hits to begin the bottom of the first, opens it up. It is 2-0 goals. We head to the second.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
All right, we welcome you back to the second here at Cardinals Field. It's 2-0 goals, and we have a 4-man booth now because we are just so lucky and so pleased to be joined by Gulls outfielder Colton Freeman. We'll scoot a little bit over here to the left so we can make sure Colton is in our shot. And we had Colton earlier in the season when you were dealing with an ankle injury, pretty electric.
Correct. In that time being, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to Colton's Corner here. So happy to be back with this fantastic crew, joined by Kyle as well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let's have a game today, huh? How about it?
It's Jake Garland back out on the mound for Newport. Danbury went 1-2-3 in their half of the second. Harrison Feinberg, Nick Romano, Billy Gerlot. That is who is up for the roadside here in the top of the second. Now a 2-2 count to the DH.
Let's hope that I have as much of an interesting inning as the first inning. I was very happy to be in the dugout for all the scoring, but I'd love to call a swing and a drive. Spencer was literally a foot away from putting that over the O'Brien's pub sign.
How about that, right? First game as the leadoff hitter. It was a topic of conversation, and he answered the bell.
That's right. I told him before the game, I was like, I like you in the leadoff spot. I think this is a great spot for you. He's a dog. I knew he could come through.
He's got that dog in him.
He does. He got that dog in him.
Well, Jake Garland's, he's got that dog in him. It is now 3 strikeouts for Miami Jake here on Friday. And now Nick Romano looking to avoid becoming the 4th strikeout victim.
And Colton, a hot first. What's the dugout like when all that's going on?
Oh, dude, boys are fired up. I think we're all flying high in there, getting pretty stoked. A lot of help from Garland going 1-2-3 in the first. I think that really helped the offense get boosted. And I think that was what caused such a great inning.
So Instagram bio, vibe check analytics.
Yes.
What are the vibes like here? What are we feeling?
Friday night, vibes are always high. It's always buzzing in here. Love coming to these games. Couldn't be more electric.
In the orange, favorite uni to wear?
No, honestly, I like the whites because I can choose any sock to wear with them. 'Cause white goes good with anything. I just put in.
That is hit the other way and goes off the arm of Alford. Kind of took a funny hop, and Romano's going to reach. First Danbury runner to reach today, and it came on an awkward hop.
It was a breaking ball off of the hand of Garland, and Romano didn't make the best of contact, dribbled it on over. Little rough hop, and Romano beats it out.
Go down as an E5 and put one on here with one out for Gerlach, the right fielder.
Yeah, I was just saying that I put in an order of Seagull and Pelican socks that I will hopefully be sporting next week. I'd like to shout out big corporations like Amazon Prime for getting that to me.
That's tagged into the outfield, but the catch made by Makarevich.
Corporate America has its moments, eh, Colton?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So how much time goes into when you're prepping what you're going to wear? The sock game. We saw the 4th of July socks. We saw the brightly colored socks, I believe, the game after against the Upper Valley Nighthawks.
Right.
What goes into that, and how much time goes into that?
I spent a lot of time searching the web for the best socks, best time material that they got out there. I'm just looking to bring the stoke up for the goals.
Have you always been a sock guy? Like, were you the Nike Elites kid in middle school too?
No, I don't own any just regular black and white socks.
Really?
Which tells you that I am in fact a sock guy, because I value that. I value the taste of socks a little bit more than just regular Nike Elites.
Socks are important.
They are important.
Socks are important. That's cut on and missed by Alec Mag, the Danbury catcher. 1-1 counts. He's got just 14 at bats. He's 2 for 14. And I've been told by Coach Dan Gosofsky that I need to step my sock game up. So are there any advice that you have for someone that's aspiring to get better in the game?
Get into the game, yeah. I would say any type of print works really well. Print gets the people going.
Gets the people going?
I would absolutely say print, yes. Must have.
Zach, no one knows what that means.
What kind of print are we talking about?
Yeah, so before I've worn just like different types. Like I'm wearing Stance socks today. Stance has really good socks. I like to do like different types of styles and like creative designs on my socks. So like for the example, next week I'm going to be having I got pelicans perched on like a little log in the water. And I think that's going to be really exciting to play baseball in.
I can't wait to see them. I'll tell you that much.
That's
right. I promised I was not trying to trash the sock game. I was trying to quote a Kanye West song.
I knew what you were doing there.
I could piece 2 and 2 together.
To our older viewers, there's the clarification you need. I've got a new walk-up song coming out next week. Yep, we're switching up every week. So far, we've done Switch by Black. We've done the Fox NFL theme song.
Yes, we have.
And No Love. Get in there. Oh, come on.
Just misses outside to Mag as Romano was off on the pitch, and he'll have second on the base on balls. Now 2 on here with 2 out.
I asked Colton and BP for a behind-the-scenes sneak preview, and he wouldn't even. He's committed.
It's extremely
secret.
The man
is committed to the bit.
Nothing was better than coming up on the 4th. No one knew that it was going to happen, and it was absolutely blaring over the speakers.
It was loud, all right.
It was loud. I told the sound guy, turn it up. Turn it up. No one's missing this.
Zach and I have quoted you on your reasoning for that before, but can we hear it in your own words why that was the choice?
Oh, it was because I needed a American song that wasn't country. I wanted to do the most American song I could think of, and the Fox NFL theme song is what every American hears every Sunday, and I thought that would be perfect.
Oh, that is gold.
Henry Stremecki on the ground to Slade Alford across the bag, and not in time. It is beaten out by Stremecki on what was a bullet from one side of the diamond to the other. And the infield single has kept this inning alive. It is now bags loaded here with 2 outs. Things are getting interesting for now Jermaine White. Early adversity for Garland to work through.
Can't help but feel if they score here that I'm bad luck. There we go.
That is back up the middle. Kuroda Grauer fields and tosses to Smith. And that's all she wrote. In the top of the second, Newport, as soon as they get into trouble, they are out of trouble. It is Gulls 2, Danbury nothing. Colton's going to stay with us for the bottom of the second. We are very excited about it, and we'll be back shortly here on the NECBL Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers.
Back for the home half of the second, 2-0 Gulls. Zach Letson, Shane Briggs, Kyle DeSantis, and Colton Freeman. Got a four-man booth for you as we go to the home half of the second.
Filled to the absolute brim in the booth here, Zach.
It is 9-1-2 for Newport, beginning with number 9, Ben Rounds.
Ben's got Ivy League MVP written all over him. I was telling him this earlier in the season. He's got a very similar swing to my teammate, Cade Kretschmar, who just won it this year. And he's got 2 more years of eligibility like I do as well. And I think he's got big things in the books for Benny Barrels.
I call it the Ivy League All-Star League here in the NECBL because this is where a lot of the premier talent last summer and this summer have really lived. That's on the ground to the second baseman, Taylor, and out number 1 here in the second. But you got Rounds from Harvard. I mean, last year, a lot of talent from Princeton University, Yale University.
Talent at Princeton, you lost me. Too soon?
Oh, man. Shots fired. I mean, listen, Ivy League, a lot of rivalries that go on in that league. I'm the son of a Yale graduate. I know that Yale and Harvard go head to head pretty fiercely. So,
Colton, Spencer's walk-up song always gets me going. Outside of your own, who's your favorite on the team?
Oh, I think it has to be AMAC, and I'm so excited to watch him hit right now. AMAC, I mean, come on, this doesn't fire you up. You got something wrong with you.
Timing's pretty good. It's blaring over the Cardians Field speakers. The ECU kid singled in the first. Newport had 3 hits to begin the ball game between Smith's double, AMAC's single, and then Ledbetter's single. It was 2-0 before you could sit down and get yourself a bag of popcorn.
Ooh, popcorn. Colton, favorite ballpark snack, go.
I would definitely say peanuts. We're very grateful to have the man bring us peanuts and the hard candies before every game. I don't know if you guys know about that. Yeah, we have a host dad bring it to us every single game. He brings a big bag of peanuts for the bullpen and for the dugout too, and we snack on those all game long.
That's awesome.
That got me through my injury. Literally, just a diet of peanuts and hard candy made this ankle heal better.
What kind of hard candy do they got?
It's almost like a Jolly Rancher except like off-brand. Really good.
Okay.
Really good.
That is ball 4 to Makarevich. 4-pitch walk. And he's on for the second time tonight.
Putting the eye in Makarevich there, Isaac.
Yeah. Well, you talked a little bit about your injury. You're someone that you still stuck it out this entire summer with the Gulls. What's going through your mind, and how do you motivate yourself? Because you wait your turn, and, well, it's paying off because now you've become almost an everyday guy for this team after waiting to heal from that injury.
Right, and that's exactly what drove me. I didn't want to sit around, wait 3 weeks, and not play every day. I wanted to play to the best of my ability. I still wouldn't say I'm at 100%. I would say that when I sprint, I still feel like a dull pain, and I think that's something that I can fix in August. But when I came back, I wanted to be a contributor to the lineup. I didn't just want to be somebody else. And now that we've had a couple guys leave and stuff, I've gotten the opportunity to be more of a leader on road trips, on home games, stuff like that. And I'm really happy for the position that I've been put in because this team is fantastic and I wouldn't want to play anywhere else.
So you mentioned the road trips. What do you like as far as morale goes on the bus?
Oh, huge. It's just voicing over Moff games.
I knew that was
fantastic. Zach, I don't know what you're doing not getting back to the bus and playing some Moff.
I'll join. Listen, before the summer
do you know
ends,
how to play Moff?
I got to be honest. Luke Beckstein was filling me in on some of the rules. It's been a while. I will join. I'll join before the summer ends.
So it's gotten unfair because I've had to narrate several of these games because I've been deemed too good to play. I've just been outsmarting people this entire time, and it's really not. It's not fair playing against Power 5 guys. It's just not. Just dominate them in the game of mind game. So it's just not fair.
Zach, what's that up there? I see.
Deuces Wilds.
Deuces are wild. What do we do? What do we do up here?
This is Shane's thing. He does the.
Okay, gotcha.
It's new, but I think I like it.
I like it too.
Thanks, man.
Deuces Wild to Ledbetter. Here's the pitch from Roche.
There you go.
Now a full count. Goes looking for maybe back-to-back walks here. Kyle Roche already 38 pitches deep. 2 down in the second. Goals with a 2-0 lead.
Sorry, Zach.
3 hits to begin the ball game. Go ahead.
Colton, in the on-deck circle, Slade Alford, a guy who has, since the 4th, turned everything around. Where has this hot streak come from?
That's over the head of Thomas, and Martinez is going to get to third.
Is there something behind the scenes? Is he doing something different? Was it just kind of everything coming together?
We talk about being him in the dugout. And when I told Slate that I wanted to see him be him, that is exactly what happened. I knew Slade had the talent. I knew it was only a matter of time before this big donkey started getting going, and boy, has he gotten going. Every time he steps to the plate, he's a home run threat. He's been knocking in RBIs, driving doubles to the gaps. He is the perfect guy for this situation right now.
He's been him over these last 9 games for Newport. Watch out.
No.
That is right on the hand. And you hope that he's all right. That one came right in and got him. And
that's a scary scene right there.
Fortunately, walking it off. There's a lot of little bones in that area near your hands, and that can be scary for any player.
3 hit by pitches so far. Just when we're throwing this fast, I hate to see this. It's time to get the bullpen hot and get this guy pulled. I really dislike it. I really dislike it.
Well, on a lighter note, have the bases loaded for a guy who clearly has some power, who just got in the home run category 2 days ago. Noah Martinez with his first and an absolute rocket. 391 dead center.
Yeah, story goes that the ball still hasn't landed. It flew over my house last night, and it's going to be going into orbit soon. They say it's going to come back in 50 years.
No time capsules, just a Noah Martinez home run?
Just a Noah Martinez home run. Keep your dreams alive ball getting sent around the world.
It's going to have 7-13-22 just tattooed on the baseball. 22, excuse me.
Oh, he led his entire conference in that category this season with 15 of them. And a long-awaited first home run, and it was a big one in the bottom of the 8th on Wednesday. It's cracked foul. It's 0-2 to the CCSU NECL first-teamer.
When Dartmouth played CCSU in Florida, he sent one to Star Wars against us. This ball was absolutely sent to right center, and it was extremely deflating.
The Force Awakens when Noah Martinez is at the plate.
Quite.
Wow.
That was good.
That's another foul ball, and wasting a potential strike 3 pitch from Roche. Now, he's a big kid, 6'5", 235, so you can sense any time he steps up, it's always in the cards.
And he's even bigger in person. This is the first time I've seen that he is 6'5", and I have a hard time believing that.
He goes up against a guy on the mound who's 6'8".
Yeah.
And Kyle Roche.
Jeez. I can't even imagine this guy pitching on a Danbury mound where it's so tall.
Called strike 3, so for a second straight inning, Roche is able to work out of a bases-loaded jam. Able to keep this a 2-0 game, and it was a pretty electric inning, Colton. We are grateful and pleased to have you up here for what was a great inning.
No scoring, but a lot of fun. Guys, I can't thank you enough. This was fantastic, and I hope to see you again soon.
Welcome back anytime, my friend. Pleasure as always.
Guys. Thank you.
The long
Appreciate
reach.
it. Yep.
All right, we'll be right back here on the NECBL Network.
fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom.
Welcome me back. Top of the third here at Guardians Fields. 2-0, goals on top. Jake Garland back out on the mound to face the top of the order. And Jackson Taylor grounds the first pitch. It's an easy out, number one. One pitch and one out here in the third inning, and that's exactly what we've talked about. Jake Garland staying efficient, having command of the zone, and well, how great was it just to have Colton Freeman, not just for a half inning, but you get his personality for a full inning.
No, Zach, he is such a treat to be around. That was one of the most fun innings of baseball I have ever called, and that guy's a treat. He is so much fun, and he's the same exact person off the mic too. Same personality, same electricity, everything. He's always got a smile on his face. He's just so much fun to be around all the time. Easily one of my favorite Newport Gulls.
It is Daniel Rivera, struck out looking his first time up, and swings right through a 90-mile-per-hour fastball from Garland. 1-2 count.
Also, a lot of topics in that inning where
yes, there
we're talking about socks, walk-up songs, about everything you could get.
No, he's all over the place, but in a good way.
It was fun. It was fun for him to be on, fun to get that perspective every once in a while.
We had Colton Ledbetter on the Gulls pregame show a little earlier in the summer, and I asked him for one personality that sticks out to him, and it was the other Colton, the one that you just heard from. Said he's quirky and just kind of unlike anyone he's met before. As Rivera flies that out, kind of in a no-man's land in right field. Kuroda Grauer giving chase, and it plunks right off the Guardians Field scoreboard.
And yeah, I believe I had a similar answer for you when you asked me the same question in our Gulls pregame show.
Seems like a little bit of a theme, and you just saw the evidence for why that is a theme. Just one hit for these Westerners tonight. Garland has been on his stuff. That hit came from Stremecki on an infield single. That's roped, but it'll go foul. He has had command of the zone, 26 strikes, just 12 balls. And looking to go deep into this game for Newport, trying to save some arms for the bullpen with another game tomorrow. That one against the Valley Blue Sox. The only time Newport will be making the trip to Mackenzie Stadium in 2022. And just like tonight, looking for a season sweep of the Blue Sox tomorrow. And the 2-2. Flown out deep into left. Back is Rounds near the wall. It's off the wall. Nearly got a tree on the way down, and Rivera is going to have a double. If that gets a tree, that is a home run. Awfully close, and it got high off the wall. It is an extra base hit, the first of such for the night for the Westerners.
Yeah, and Rivera was able to
very close.
Extend on that swing.
Now, a couple of the leaves did fall down, but it looked like it got right off of that BBB advertisement sign in left field. And you could argue the impacts that it had against the wall, maybe that's what brought a couple leaves down.
It's a great homer call, Zach.
Now it's Hank Thomas, second-year Danbury Westerner. Flies the first pitch back for a foul ball. That is just the sixth hit for Rivera this season, but half of those have been extra base hits. 2 home runs, now a double, And now you go from that to a guy that has 22 base hits in Thomas. Breaking ball in for a strike. It's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Thomas went 0 for 3 in the win yesterday. Was able to get on base with a walk. He played it first, the same position he plays in tonight for the Westerners out in the field.
Going to drive in Danbury's first run of this game. And the dirt now 1-2 to the first baseman. A little bit of a journeyman in college baseball. Started at Georgia Tech. Is now at Ohio State. And returning to his home state, an Oxford, Ohio native, Hank Thomas. Here's Garland's 1-2 pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. Jake Garland. Boy, is he comfortable out there. That's now 4 strikeouts, and we're not even through 3 innings.
And that strike 3 pitch might be the longest I've seen Jake Garland pause between pitches.
Right. He's not one to give you the suspense, the hesitation. He'll come right at you.
Yeah, he might have even taken a full breath in between pitches there, Zach.
Well, we all need oxygen, don't we?
Something like that. Part of being a human.
It is now Harrison Feinberg. He'll try to keep this inning alive for Danbury. The Danbury DH for Ian Ratchford's team. With Rivera on second here with 2 away. Back to the breaking ball, in for a strike. Fastball will sit in the neighborhood of 90 to 91 miles per hour. That breaking ball coming in at 80 miles an hour from the Miami Hurricane. Cut on and missed. And there is that half-mentioned fastball.
Good location as well. Low inner corner, gets the swing right over the top.
20 hits for Feinberg this season in 20 games, playing in his 21st here tonight with a .282 average. Swung on and missed, strike 3. How about back-to-back Ks for Jake from Miami Vice to Newport Knights? Out of the third in a jiffy. It is still 2-0 Newport. We head to the bottom of the third.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at
Back for the bottom of the third. Goals coming to the plate. Goals on top of the light poles. Goals everywhere here at Cardines Field. And everyone with their eyes on a big one tonight between Newport and Danbury. 2-0 goals on top. Josh Kuroda-Grauer gets the inning started for Newport. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Gulls. Out to face Kyle Roche.
And Zach, to your point about goals being everywhere, we even just had one in the booth not too
We
long
did.
ago.
You never know where you're going to see the next Newport goal, or a current Newport goal, for that matter. JKG looks at strike number 2 there, now a 2-2 count. 2-1, I beg your pardon. As that's on the ground to Rivera. One down here in the third. Well, Roche has settled in. He allowed base hits to the first 3 Newport Gulls of the ball game. He has since not allowed a base hit. And that's how you recover. You got to be at least a little pleased with that if you're Ian Rashford.
Yeah, again with that hot start with the 3 back-to-back hits. Have to be able, as a pitcher, to calm yourself down. Again, Connor Farrell, the pitching coach, went out and talked to Roche, and since then he has gotten into some trouble, but he's also been able to stay calm and composed enough to get out of it.
Here's Jack Scanlon. He was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. And as you heard from Colton Freeman, who you see there on your screen sitting on the edge of the dugout area, 3 different goals have been hit tonight. You wouldn't think in intentional ways. A couple of breaking balls that got the feet of Martinez and Scanlon. And then Slade Alford was hit on kind of a scary pitch that came in and got him on the hand.
You got to think against the lefties, at least with that location. You're trying to get some swings right over instead of the wheelhouse where, again, those hard contact hits came in the top, or rather the bottom half of the first.
Well, Scanlon's found plenty of hard contact and hard contact in the right places over these past couple games. Did not start the season offensively the way that he wanted to, just 2 for his first 24. But now has 4 hits in his last 2 games, 3 for 4 in Game 2 of the doubleheader with the North Adams Steeplecats. That led Newport with 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and then a base hit. Newport's last game against Bristol. Breaking ball is down low, and Scanlon's able to hold up on the swing. Now 1-2.
So, Kyle, about another Kyle. We can all say 6'8" is tall, but in real life, like how tall is he?
He's tall. That's all I can really say. From Kyle to Kyle, I'm 5'7", he's 6'8", so
a little difference.
There's a lot of difference there.
Scanlon with a rocket, but it's foul down the right field line. And well, Shane, we were talking about it last game. I believe it was with Aiden Blank of the Bristol Blues about what the tallest Newport Gold player was. And that was Seamus Barrett at 6'7". Kyle Roche is taller than anyone on the Gulls roster. So that's certainly impressive. Here's the 1-2. Another foul ball from Scanlon. He stays alive.
How regularly do you guys think he gets asked how tall he is?
Well, it was my first thought when he towed the rubber tonight. It's got to be that of many, I would at least assume. It has worked to his favor, as Kyle alluded to, the NECBL ERA leader coming into play tonight. And has settled in after Newport found some offense early on. 1-2, and that got him on the foot. Well, baseball's a funny sport, isn't it? For the second time tonight already, Jack Scanlon is nicked on the foot on a breaking ball. And Newport with a 1-out base runner.
Keeping him on his toes, Zach.
There you go.
And another thing to keep in mind, it's that same pitch where he tries to go with the breaking ball low and inside, but he can't locate it on the inner half. And it just comes in too much where, again, it hits the lower body of a Gulls batter at the plate.
Brian Brecker still in search for that first hit in a Newport uniform. 0 for 7 to start. But we talked plenty about the success that he had in a Michigan State uniform this spring. And that's back up the middle. Caught on a line by Rivera. Chance for 2. Not in time. What a catch by Daniel Rivera, and he nearly turned it into 2 outs to end the inning.
Yeah, that was close on over at first. Thomas thought it was on the money.
Very
he
close.
Reacted after that. He wanted to kind of walk it off because he thought that was out number 3.
And speaking of height, Thomas 6'5" himself. That length there definitely making that play that much closer.
Now 2 away for Ben Rounds, the Newport left fielder. Looks at ball 1. Well, for 1 day for Ben, mentioned that he is one of a few Ivy Leaguers on this team, as is the man that you just heard from in the booth, Colton Freeman. That is flown into the outfield and over the head of Taylor. Base hit for Ben Rounds. Newport 9-hitter coming through, and this inning remains alive. Now 2 on with 2 out.
Yeah, and Taylor was right where he needed to be positioned. Made the effort, a little hop on over, and Gerlot was a little surprised that it went over Taylor's head. He had to stop where he was to pick up the ball.
Gentlemen, great moves, by the way. I know we talked about Spencer Smith's walk-up song earlier, and
I like the way you move by Outcast. That's just a great choice.
Little dance break in the booth never hurt.
Well, Smith has an opportunity. He led off the bottom of the first with a double that nearly left the yard. He's got 2 on with 2 out for number 2 in the box.
Dare I?
Who knows? Maybe we'll get there. Might be a 2-2 count.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That is cut on and missed. 1 for 2 is Smith. This is, well, amazingly, already the 3rd time through the order for Newport. Here we sit in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 gone. A 2-0 Gulls lead. Newport looking for a season sweep of the Westies. Upstairs for ball 2. And if nothing else, Kyle Roche has left the bases loaded in both the first inning and the second inning. Newport with multiple batters on in the 3rd. They have forced the righty Roche to labor. Already over the 50 pitch mark. There is pitch number 53 for Roche. And you wonder how long how much longer he's going to be able to go before you'd at least start seeing somebody warming in that Danbury bullpen. Scanlon on second, Rounds on first. And the 3-1 to Smith. Upstairs, ball 4. For a 3rd straight inning, all 3 innings, Newport loads the bases.
Let's see if history repeats itself or if Alek Makaravich can be a trendsetter.
What an opportunity it is for Amac. Had a 15-game hitting streak to open up his time with the Newport Gulls. As you get a look at the Danbury bullpen, and there is some action. Amac with a fly back to the netting.
Again, that pitcher in the bullpen for Danbury was Julian Tangini. Also to kind of talk about your point where Roche's pitch count's starting to get up there. He's thrown over 70 in every start, and he's gone as much as 95. So he is someone where
he's capable.
He is capable of going that distance. It's just, again, through these opening few frames where the pitch count's just gone way up for each timeout.
Looking to strand, the bases loaded for, amazingly, a 3rd straight inning. It is 2-0. It could be a lot worse than that for Danbury. 3 straight base hits in the first inning. That's what got Newport its 2 runs. And Newport just picked up its last hit since then with a 2-out single from Ben Rounds. He is over at second. Scanlon at 3rd, Smith at 1st. 0-2 to Makaravich. Popped him up, and it'll stay on the infield. After slipping initially, Taylor calls off his infielders and makes the catch. Well, his belly was on the grass, then he found his feet and made the play to end the inning. It is another inning where Danbury escapes disaster. Still Gulls 2, Danbury nothing. We head to the 4th.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leagues.
Top of the fourth inning here on the NECBL network for the Danbury Westerners and the Newport Gulls. Kyle DeSantis, Zach Letson, and Shane Briggs on the call here at Cardines Field. An atmosphere unlike any other, I feel like, in the NECBL.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. Cardines is one of one, and you see that with these record crowds that we have compared to the rest of summer ball. Over 2,500 in attendance here on Wednesday.
Line shot into left off of the bat of Nick Romano, but snagged by Ben Rounds. One pitch, one out to open up the second third of the night.
And we talked about it. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. That is the name of the game for Jake Garland. That's really the reason why he has been a workhorse and a model of consistency for this Newport Gulls pitching staff. And if you can get contact and get an out on the first pitch, you'll certainly take it.
So now it'll be Billy Gerlot. Gerlot flew out his last time on to right. First pitch is skied up into the heavens and kept alive in the infield. It's displayed, and Gerlot goes to first. Martinez tried to run in and take over for the pitcher in Garland. Some miscommunication. It's a one-out base runner.
Yeah, it looked like Jake Garland was going to have that most of the way, and Noah Martinez came charging in. I don't know if he didn't hear Garland's or if he thought he had a better beat, but he calls off Garland late, and that's where the miscommunication can stem from. If you're on the infield, and, well, any way you can take it for the Westies, that's just their third hit.
And now it's Alec Mag with a runner on first. Low outside, 1-0. The pitch from Garland, who has had a really good night so far. Through 3 1/3, has only given up 3 hits. That last hit by Gerlot the third. He has struck out 5 and only walked 1 Westerner. Garland, the 1-0. Dips underneath to the catcher in Mag, now 2-0. Again, looking at Mag, he is one of the 3 catchers in the Danbury roster alongside Joey Scarrett and Alex Stone, both not in the lineup tonight. They were both in the lineup last night, and Mag cuts on and misses for another strike in this at-bat. Now 2-1 rather. That was the first strike of the at-bat. Righty on righty matchup. Garland comes home. Flied into right, moving back. Makarevich, he's going to look up. That's going to bounce off the wall. The runners are going to move now on the corners. Gerlot to third. Mag will stay put on first.
You want to talk about a cannon from Alec Makarevich. I don't know how that doesn't turn into a double. That is a fantastic job by the Newport right fielder. You get a look. That's well struck from Mag. And high off of that wall in one of the deepest parts of the park. And because of the fact that he can get it in so quickly, that's a difference maker, Kyle, because now all of a sudden, instead of second and third, you still have the double play in order here with 1 out.
The double play still in order with Mag on first after the long single off of the ivy out there in right center. Now Henry Stremecki, who reached on an infield single, steps in for the second time tonight. The first pitch from Garland, a breaking ball on the outer black, a called strike 0-1. Again, Stremecki beat out that infield single, a high bounce after the initial spike in the dirt over to Slate Alford at third base. Has runners on the corners. And a cut on and miss now, 0-2. On deck, Jermaine White for the Westerners. They're still trying to get on the board. Newport scored the lone 2 runs. Those happened back in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 from Garland. Cut on and miss. Strikeout number 6 for the Hurricane.
Put that one right up top where Grandma keeps the good stuff.
Yeah, he's comfortable out there, and he's someone that is a high strikeout guy for this team. It's all about that command. 40 strikes, just 17 balls.
He's been able to pound the zone, get the swings and misses when need be, and got a quality swing and miss in that time by Stremecki. First pitch misses low and away to the center fielder in Jermaine White, who grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice back in the second. There's runners on the corners. The 1-0 pitch now 2-0 after another miss outside.
Yeah, that was a big moment in this game to this point. Danbury loading the bases, and Gulls fortunate enough to induce a ground out on the infield.
Up 2-0, the pitch. Chopped foul, 2-1. White had the game off last night, did play in the game on Tuesday, and brought a run in on a sac fly. 2-1. Another liner foul on back.
Kyle, would you like the honors?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on the corners, and 2 outs. Deuces wild.
Deuces are wild, Kyle.
They are indeed in a big spot.
As the entirety of Cardines Field, myself included, is holding their breath.
And it's a sigh of relief for that same crowd as White cuts on and misses for the final out in the top of the 4th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base for the Westerners. Now through 4, they have left 6 on the base paths. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th after a short break. Stay tuned with us on the NECBL Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will
Bottom of the 4th inning here on the NECBL Network between the Danbury Westerners and the Newport Gulls. Kyle DeSantis, Zach Letson, and Shane Briggs on the call. Still zeros for Danbury through 4 innings. A lone 2 being put on so far for the Gulls as the first pitch is called a strike on the outer black. Kyle Roche threw that one on into Colton Ledbetter. Ledbetter's reached both times tonight. One on a single and advanced on an error, and he laces that one in the right, make it 3 times. He's going to stay put at first as Gerlad fires it on into Rivera, a leadoff single to open up the bottom half of the 4th.
I don't know what he does right out of the batter's box, but every time he rounds first, that helmet is either off or halfway off.
Yeah, I mean, some guys, just their swing looks different, and when they step up to the box, you're expecting something to happen. Colton Ledbetter is one of those guys. Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week, we've touched on it plenty. 103 miles per hour off the bat on a single. That's just the kind of ability that this kid has.
Yeah, and he was sitting the breaking ball, that pitch 77. He's going to Mississippi State this spring, and it's plays like that that make you realize how capable he is and why he's able to go to that program.
And now here is his Mississippi State teammate, Slade Alford.
Inside, first pitch from Roche, 1-0. Roche not taking any chances, looks over to Ledbetter a second time. Ledbetter has 10 stolen bags on the summer. Dips outside. Another ball on the count, now 2-0.
Yeah, as if he didn't lead Newport in every other stat offensively. Basically, he leads them in the stolen base department as well.
On the move, chopped in fair territory. Roche didn't move on, and it's going to be first and second. Thomas had to go over to retrieve the chopper. Roche didn't pick it up right away. Wasn't able to get to the bag in time, and the Gulls are back in business.
And show off those wheels, Slade Alford.
Yeah, that's right place, right time. Just put it where they ain't. You got to hit it where they ain't, as the saying goes. And when it's working for you, it's working for you, because Slade Alford has been just doing just that. He's now got 17 hits in his past 10 games.
The hit and run works in an unlikely way with how the chopper came out to a completion. Skied a mile high, left side of the infield. Roche, Romano, and Mag.
And Martinez gets that one back, it seems, as the world works in mysterious ways on that fly ball.
The miscommunication, what goes around, comes around, and the Westerners now the victim of it twice in the bottom of the fourth.
Oh, when you have such little foul territory to work with, it certainly can make it more of a challenge, but well, it's just funny how things work in baseball, isn't it?
Martinez steps in now with new life. In an 0-1 count instead of an 0-2 count, runners at first and second, Colton Ledbetter and Slade Alford. Lasered into center, off the wall. Ledbetter around. Alford, he's going to stay there. RBI double, 3-0.
That was absolutely smoked.
And even our camera one guy, Caden Sharpen's here getting in on Noah Martinez flapping his wings.
I mean, are you kidding me? 109 miles per hour. That is out of here in every other park in the NECBL. And as if not enough players were hot on this Gulls offense, Noah Martinez, yeah, he's entered that discussion. There's no doubt.
Is he him?
He's becoming him. There's no doubt.
So 1-107 from Ledbetter. He comes in on a hit, 109 off the bat of Martinez.
And that thing sounded different. I mean, like I've said, sometimes the crack of the bat, here we are in the wooden bat league, it'll sound different, and that's exactly the case.
And I mean, that, if I'm not mistaken, that went off the Gansett wrap sign out in dead center field, which to be almost, I believe that's 350-ish with the 348 sign right to the right of it, and that high up too, that's, like you said, Zach, any other ballpark, and that's gone.
And with that laser off the wall in center, it's enough for Ian Radford to relieve Kyle Roche of his duties for tonight. Again, Roche, considering how many base runners Newport went on, he did a good job. Again, the lefties really got to him in that opening bottom of the first. And it's 3-0 as Julian Tangini comes on to replace the 6'8 righty and Roche Tangini. Just going to give a quick little update on him. We could take a break soon. Roche was 6'8", Tangini 6'3". Not as tall as Roche, but he is a righty this time. Instead of a D3 program in Franklin and Marshall, a D1 program in Boston College. The New Canaan native will have more on him and more on the rest of this game when we take a short break. Stay tuned with us on the NECBL Network.
Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Still bottom of the fourth inning here on the NECBL Network. Now a 3-0 game. Newport leading over Danbury. Welcome back to Cardines Field. Kyle DeSantis, Zach Letson, and Shane Briggs on the call. Runners at second and third. Tangini coming into a tough spot. First pitch breaking ball catches the black for a strike, 0-1.
Now the Gulls have threatened with offense in all four now of these innings, and just looking for that big-time hit to blow it open with multiple guys in scoring position.
Tangini, the 0-1. Another breaking ball, another time that Kuroda Grauer was out in front. Whiffs, now 0-2. Tonight, Kuroda Grauer has popped out and grounded out. That pop out was to Thomas, who ran on and lost the hat in foul territory, and the grounder was 6-3. Rivera over to Thomas, who made the catch. Tangini nods at Mag's sign, 0-2. Another fly ball over our heads, out of the stadium. We'll stay at 0-2. Still second and third. Martinez on second after doubling home Colton Ledbetter, and Alfred on third, who stayed put 90 feet away. The 0-2. Another breaking ball this time. Kuroda Grauer held off. Held the hand up to keep Alfred put. Now 1-2.
Gentlemen, reminiscing on a good old Jason Aldean song, When the Lights Come On. And here they are, Friday Night Lights out here in Newport.
Yeah, the sun's setting as well off to our left. The gradient starting to come on in. The 1-2 pitch. In the left, in front of Stremecki. Painting on in. It won't be in time. Alfred scores. 4-0 on the RBI single.
Situational hitting. It's how you win ball games, and JKG, just a fantastic hitter. You can place him in the 6th spot in this order, and yet I look at him as one of the best pure hitters across the entire NECBL. That's now 34 hits on the season for him, and that's a crucial one. Got to build a lead here, build a cushion to feel a little better about yourself, and that's what Newport's doing.
It's also the 4th hit in this 4th inning for the Gulls. Ledbetter, Alfred, Martinez, and now Joshua Kuroda Grauer, or JKG. Jack Scanlon to the plate now, who has reached twice on hit by pitches. Low and away, 1-0.
And Kyle, back to our earlier conversation. Just wait till you get a look at some of these Newport sunsets. Boy, are they a treat out here.
I was here last summer, but I was on the left side behind home plate, so.
Like if you could paint a sky with cotton candy.
Little fake by Kuroda Grauer on the bluff to steal second. Still a called strike on the inside low half. Rather the low area of the plate, 1-1. Throw on back by Tangini to Thomas, and Kuroda Grauer is going to dirty up the orange jersey. Rather, not so much the orange jersey, the white pants. That's the easier one of the two to muddy up here. Runners still on the corners. Martinez moved over to third on the Kuroda Grauer single. And a swing and a miss by Jack Scanlon makes the count 1-2. Now 1 and 2. Runners on the corners. Still no outs after 4 straight hits. Throw back to first again. Same result. The sliding second baseman in Kuroda Grauer is still on the base paths. Scanlon puts the lumber above his shoulders. Now time called as Tangini steps off and Scanlon steps out to get a few extra practice swings in. He sets back into his stance. The 1-2. Grounder right side past Thomas. That is another hit, and that will be more runs off into the corner. Martinez scores. First to third goes Joshua Kuroda Grauer. The runs, they just keep on coming. 5-0.
As Jack Scanlon calls 8-ball corner pocket. Tucks that one right away down that right field line.
How about Jack Scanlon? I mean, this, over these last 3 games now, I mean, we talked about it coming in 4 hits in his last 2, and he's got plenty of pull side power as a lefty and found that corner perfectly.
Well, Zach, just see his walk-up song for how he's feeling lately.
Probably pretty good.
Brian Brecker, the Spartan catcher. Laser into right. Make it 6 hits. And for the Gulls on the board, make it 6 runs.
Base hit number 1 for Brian Brecker in a Gulls uniform. And, well, when it's going good, it's going good. I mean, this is a hit parade like we've rarely seen. You don't see often one after the other, after the other, after the other. It just continues.
Not in Colorado, but Zach gets an avalanche.
6 straight hits for the Gulls. First and second, Ben Rounds at the plate. A called strike for the first pitch of the AB. 0-1 the count. Ledbetter, Alfred, Martinez, Kuroda Grauer, they've all scored. 6-0 the score. Newport continuing the offense against the Westerners. Pitch in the dirt, kept in front by Alec Mag. Runners will stay put. 1-1. Over the PA a little. Had some flashbacks back to high school football. Played that before the home games. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball drops on in for the second strike.
Just trying to make you feel at home for the little Friday night lights.
I am a long way ahead and long way away from home right now again. Newport, Rhode Island to Danbury, that is roughly a 3-hour drive. Traffic plays a big part of that, Friday night especially.
Well, it's quite the drive. You go across the entire width, basically, of the state of Connecticut. And these two teams had to do that a lot last year, playing 8 different times.
Yeah, it was a fun series to watch, a fun series to see take place. Breaking ball inside. Rounds dodges out of the way, full count. First and second, still no outs. 4 runs have come to the plate for the Gulls to add on to their 2 in the bottom of the first. Tangini comes home. Fouled back by the left fielder. Again, the righty Tangini, a Boston College Eagle out of New Canaan, Connecticut. One of the many local guys on the Danbury roster. He's in a full count, looks over to second where Scanlon is inside, and the runners will all move up 90 feet. Ball number 4.
And yet another inning of the bases loaded for the Gulls.
Every inning now.
Except this time coming with no outs. And here's the top of the order.
The top of the order on the way. Spencer Smith and Alec Makarevich. Smith the batter, Makarevich the man on deck. Whatever happens, the Gulls are going to bat around unless some crazy play takes place. Doesn't seem too likely with no outs on the board. First pitch. Smith watches that one sail in at the waistline. 0-1.
And Kyle, you mentioned being a long way from home. I'm sure Tangini up there with nobody out and 3 men on is feeling a lot of the same.
Cut on and miss. 0-2. That is one thing where Tangini, he came into a tough spot. He's had to try to work out of it, and now he's trying to get his first out. He still hasn't recorded that yet. In the dirt, 1-2.
And it certainly doesn't help when you got a real patient, disciplined approach by these Gulls hitters. I mean, that's what you see with Spencer Smith, and how to walk his last time up. That was just an inning ago.
The Newport lineup has all gotten a hit. Each hitter 1 through 9. Inside, the pitch from Tangini. 2-2.
And that's remarkable. When you have 10 hits on the night and scattered across 9 different batters, that is team baseball right there.
Ledbetter, the lone man with 2, which makes sense. Called strike. That's a strikeout as Smith takes the walk-on back. That is the first out of the bottom of the 4th. Before that, the Gulls plated 4 runs. Those 4 runs have come home on 6 hits. Breaking ball by Tangini. No call there by Chris Lima behind the plate, 1-0. Alec Makarevich has singled and walked. He's also popped out. Into left, over Rivera, and it's out at third because it was Brecker who was caught up in the play. A run came home, though, so the score is 7-0, but now 2 outs.
Yeah, that one just a heck of an effort by Rivera to try to make the catch, and Brecker's instincts, well, they aren't bad ones. You'd think after that lands and they throw it into third, you'd probably stay at second unless it's a force out, and that's exactly what it was. So good awareness by the Westies to still get an out of it.
So Makarevich is on first.
Kyle, a question that came up in our last home game with our good friend Aiden Blank. Seafood out here in Newport. What are your thoughts? Big seafood guy yourself?
Not really a big seafood guy. I'm sorry if that's a disappointment.
Not a disappointment.
I'm not a big food guy for the most part in general, so it's kind of a weird thing. That's not saying I don't eat food. I just don't eat a lot of food. If you have a list of quotes, you might have to add that one in. The 0-1. Flied out of the stadium foul. Third base side 0-2.
Yeah, he does that.
First and second. It is Rounds at second, halfway across, and Makarevich on first. 0-2. High inside. 1-2.
That might have been in Kyle Roach's strike zone, but not Colton Ledbetter's. 6'8". I still cannot. That's so tall.
It's got to be the tallest pitcher we've seen on the mound here at all here at Guardians.
1-2. Away. 2 balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Deuce is wild. The stage set, and Tangini looks to second. Comes home. Into right center. White looking up. Round tripper. Colton Ledbetter. What else do you want us to see you do on the baseball diamond? 3-run bomb, 10-0 goals.
It's that guy again.
Mama, there goes that man. Wow, Colton Ledbetter. Once again.
It continues. I mean, a Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week award isn't enough for him. Just look at the replay. Straightaway center. I mean, this is what he does. Deepest part of the park, it does not matter. He's got 9 jacks, 9 of them already.
Golly.
Tangini's pitch, grounded by Slate Alford. For Ledbetter, his 9th home run of the summer. And now a 10-piece on the scoreboard by the Gulls offense. 0-1. Inside, 1-1.
Wow. 10th run from number 10.
1-1. Another breaking ball, another time it couldn't break and stays inside. 2-1. 8 runs have come across on 7 hits for the Newport Gulls. Misses upstairs, now 3-1. Again, after Ledbetter, the Gulls have already batted around. Alfred has scored already in this inning. Called strike, the lower line, full count. Roche's final line now that we can officially get it. 3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks and 2 Ks. Watch out, Gulls dugout as that fouls on back.
Slate's just trying to keep everyone on their toes, making sure that if the 10 runs didn't keep you up, he will.
That's been a long inning.
It's been quite a long inning. Let's say that again. Little chopper. Rivera has to run on in. He can't barehand it. The inning will continue.
Once again, Slate with the wheels.
Well, 1 base hit in an inning, that's just not enough for Slate Alford. Now, for the 2nd time this week.
Look at that grin.
He's done it twice this week where he has a 2-hit inning. Not game, inning. This guy is just, any way you can get it done. That's how he did it the first time, infield single, all the way back seemingly an eternity ago in this inning, and well, he does it again in the same fashion.
I think Slate Alford may have the sun beat as the hottest thing in our universe right now.
So Ledbetter's 2 for 2 on the inning. Slate Alford now 2 for 2 in the inning. Martinez trying to make it the trifecta of Gulls batters who follow that feat as the first pitch from Tangini drops away 1-0. 8 runs on 8 hits now. 1-0. Tangini's lost the plate now, 2-0. Pitch. Flied out into right.
Noah Martinez. Call a new roofer.
Noah Martinez. You're talking about a 10-piece on the score? How about a 10-piece in the bottom of the 4th? 12-0.
This offense is special, man. It is special to watch. We don't have enough space on our Cardines Field scoreboard to tell you how many runs Newport has in this inning. That thing was an absolute tater. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. Over the net, on top of the roof, not just on it, on the very top of it. My goodness, that's now 2 home runs in the last 2 games for Noah.
Wow.
102 miles per hour off the bat.
Now Thomas comes out to talk to Tangini. Time is called, a quick little conference, but Thomas will move over to right in. That makes it now, I believe, 10 runs on 9 hits. Cut on and miss there by Kuroda Grauer, looking to also match Ledbetter, Halford, and Martinez. At this point, I've kind of lost what the game is at with a 2-for-2 night in the 4th.
Oh, you saw the Westerners put 21 runs up
I was
on
on
the
color
board.
for that, I might add, as Ren Lintz is shown warming up in the Danbury bullpen. Grounder up the middle. Rivera guns it on to Thomas. Out number 3. I don't know what we just witnessed at Cardines Field, but that's the bottom of the 4th that will go down in the history books. 10 runs on 9 hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. There is a 5th inning of baseball, I might add, so stay tuned and keep watching the NECBL Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
To the 5th inning we go on the NECBL Network. Yes, you're reading that right. 10 runs came across in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Newport Gulls batted around and some to make it a double-digit lead over the Westerners, 12-0. Now we're just showing the scoreboard. You can't even show the 10 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch outside to Jackson Taylor. It'll be Taylor, Rivera, and Thomas, 1, 2, and 3. Low inside corner, a called strike. 1-1. Taylor 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. Now a 1-2 count. Taylor's previous 2 at-bats were a strikeout and a ground out happening in the 1st and 3rd respectively. 3rd time up in the 5th. And he flies that one in a right. Makarevich, he's going to turn around to make the catch and retire the leadoff man.
Now there's just got to be added confidence for Jake Garland. I mean, he already had a little bit of a cushion to work with. You can't really ask for more of a cushion than what you've just gotten.
He had a 2-run cushion. Now you have a 12-run cushion.
Multiply it by 6.
We're only in inning number 5, so you can't even do it per inning. First pitch to Daniel Rivera. Outside, 1-0. Rivera, again, had that double that went through the leaves in left center. Stayed in the park. He went to second. A laser back on to Garland and into center. 1 out base runner. Garland is back up on his feet, but that's something that'll wake some people up.
Yeah, I'm glad that Garland looks all right, fortunately. It looks like Newport won't even go out and check on him. That's a really good sign. It looked like, now we get a look at the replay, he might have gotten his glove in the way of that, and it avoided him completely. And if that's the case, thank goodness, because that was hit extremely hard off of the bat of Rivera.
Hank Thomas steps in. For Rivera, that's his second hit on the night, and first pitch misses from Garland to Thomas, 1-0. Again, Taylor now a double and a single to his night, happening in the third and fifth inning. Here in the top of the fifth, the 12-0 ball game. Newport over Danbury. Thomas fouls it off. Looking at Thomas's night, he grounded out and struck out again in the odd innings, first and third. 1-1. Grounder. Smith keeping it himself, throws on the first, string him up, double play. The good old 6-3. And that is how the top of the fifth will end. No runs, one hit, no errors, no runners left on. 12-0. The Gulls come to the bat again when we come back. Sorry, after a quick break, there seems to be a bunny out in the field. You have it in our camera angle, and the umpires are waving on in. At this point, he's just staying put. We don't know the exact final stance of where this is going, but a bunny out in the field. The Gulls bullpen was doing their job to try and corral it in some way, but it'll stay put for now. At this point, it's just enjoying some baseball like everyone is here tonight at Cardines Field.
That's actually Gulls' new left fielder, Peter Rabbit out of Hofstra University.
Hofstra.
That is good right there. Come on.
Wow. That is great. I think we'll just keep the camera on that for now.
Look
yeah,
at that.
we have
That's
a
a great
close-up
job.
shot, too. We have a close-up.
That's a great job by our camera crew. And you could see, I mean, just coasting along, just enjoying some baseball, like you said, Kyle. And it's not the first bunny that we've seen in the field this season. Probably won't be the last either.
And at this point, with the 12 runs that have come across, I don't blame Peter Rabbit out there by just taking it in at Cardines Field. When we do come back to our original broadcast, it will be Ren Lintz as the new pitcher for the Danbury Westerners. The final line for Julian Tangini. He threw an inning, gave up 6 hits, 7 earned runs, with 1 strikeout.
Wow, I guess Peter's not welcome. Guess Brecker's the only late arrival that we're taking.
Daniel Rivera ran on out to...
And he's kind of just like motioning to him, saying, hey, like, he's got to go. He can't stay in there. Like, Daniel Rivera's just... And now the bunny's ears are all pricked up. There he goes.
We've seen everything tonight. We've seen home runs. We've seen 10-run games. The Danbury bullpen now, they're having some fun.
They're all enjoying it. They got, looks like some Nilla wafers. That's a great snack
What a
choice.
slept-on
Nilla
cookie.
wafers are up there.
Credit to the bullpen. That's a great choice. A lot of respect for those guys.
First pitch from Lintz. Inside, as it'll be Scanlon, Brecker, and Rounds.
I feel like Nilla wafers are like the pretzel of snack cookies. They're always there, never get the credit they deserve.
They are up there. I will agree with you on that. I will agree with the Danbury bullpen on that notion as well, as Scanlon cuts on and misses. be a sky fly ball, first base side. Thomas into foul territory. It stays in. Couldn't quite exactly see it from our vantage point, but looks like the sky and the lights here at Cardines were a bit too much.
All this food talk's making me hungry.
Vanilla wafers. Just trying to look at some of the guys on the bus there, pregame snacks, because they went to the Stop and Shop right before. Outside, 2-1. We saw Jackson Taylor. I didn't see everything he had. I did see a box of Cheez-Its, though.
Oh, great choice. Have you had the Grooves? Cheez-It Grooves are a top three snack in my book.
Little floater. Shallow center. Rivera makes the catch, out number 1.
One of my favorite things about baseball is it's one of the few sports you can snack mid-game. And Peter's back.
He's snacking on that grass. I mean, he's just having a great time out there. He is not intent on moving at all.
Between left field and the Gulls snack shack, there's always something for you here at Cardines.
From one end to the other?
Absolutely.
It's Brian Brecker stepping in.
The second newest Gull, right behind Peter.
Laser on over to Romano, picks it up, he guns it on at Thomas. The yellow jacket to the Buckeye, second out. And I think at this point, 2 outs have come on the board faster than it took for Ledbetter to get his first hit of the night. Rather, that could be some give or take, depending on where that was, as the first pitch misses to Ben Rounds. Might actually be Ledbetter who took the cake there. It was an 0-1 count when he singled. Lintz fires and catches the black. 1-1. Breaking ball inside. Round stayed put. 2-1. Fly ball left field. Stremecki running on in. And it bounces in fair territory. My goodness, it goes to the bullpen. The runners are still coming on, but the hands are called up.
Yeah, Rounds is going to get sent back to second base here. This is going to go down as a ground rule double on just a perfectly placed ball that, well, it found the wheelhouse of the bunny, I'll tell you that much, but it rolled into becoming a dead ball.
Yeah, Peter wanted none of that one.
Ooh,
now
look out.
Ian Rathridge's going to come out to, I believe, get an explanation.
Yeah, so it looked like it might have hit a bench out there in the bullpen, which immediately is over that white line of that out-of-play ball.
It's clearly a fair ball, so I'm not sure
yeah, it bounces
what the
clearly.
argument could be. And that's a little closer than I think it initially appeared. But
the bunny had to scamper back into fair play as well, as the camera conveniently was able to zoom on in.
Get another look here. This is close.
It hits maybe an inch inside the foul line, and then that outward momentum takes it right off that out of play line. As Spencer Smith with that song once again.
Spencer Smith, single, ground out, walk, strikeout. Those 4 at-bats happening in that same order in the first 4 innings. 2 outs, runner on second in Ben Rounds. First pitch. Low inside from the Bucknell Bison in Ren Lintz, 1-0. The 1-0. Low inside once again, 2-0. Two and 0 count, runner second. Now a 3-0 count. Lintz on the bump. Rounds at second, and Smith at the plate. Speaking of on the base paths, Smith will join Rounds this time at first after the walk.
Come on down, Spencer Smith.
Yeah, it's another walk for Spence. That's his second of the night, and any way you can do it. Any way you can do it and bring up the guy behind you.
Patient, patient man.
Alec Makarevich, who singled in the fourth, a little chopper. He did it off of his body, called a foul ball. Twelve to nothing score. Bottom half of the fifth. 0-1 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Lynx gets the signs from his catcher and Mag. Looks to second time now. Comes home. Grounder foul. First base side, 0-2. Looking around the NECBL scoreboard. Newport's 12 runs are obviously the most in a game. And they've outscored, I believe, every other game that is happening tonight.
And did so with really one inning of work. Just that.
And just the fourth.
Right. And, there's so many games throughout the NECBL tonight. We'll get a look with Shane Briggs for a full look throughout what's a packed slate. I believe 8 games in total.
0-2.
Packed slate around the league and a busy slate here at Cardines.
Cut on and miss, and Lintz gets out of the fifth in a much easier way than how the fourth went and took place. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're through 5, 12 to nothing score on the NECBL network. Stay tuned for more baseball.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe.
To the 6th inning we go in a wild night at Cardines Field. We're glad that you tuned in to the NECBL Network for a current 12-0 game. The Newport Gulls over the Danbury Westerners. Kyle DeSantis, Zach Letson, and Shane Briggs on the call. A new pitcher for the Newport Gulls. It's going to be Chase Allen, the righty out of Michigan, and that is roped in a right. Leaping in the air to a convenient out in Alec Makarevich.
What a play. Wow. That is a web gem right there from AMAC. Had to time that thing perfectly because that was well hit off the bat as you get a look at the replay. Well struck, and I mean, just look at how he times this jump perfectly and had to outstretch that arm. That's a fine play.
It'll be Romano, Engerlot again, Feinberg, Romano, Engerlot, 4, 5, and 6 in the Westerners lineup.
And this is who we heard from Dan Gosowski before the game, the Gulls pitching coach. He said, expect to see Chase Allen, the arm out of Michigan from Littleton, Colorado, and here he is.
1-0 foul.
This is his 6th appearance on the summer. He's pitched in 5 games. The most recent one was a start, and really it was one mistake against the Bristol Blues, a 3-run home run. Other than that, he was strong, only gave up 1 hit through his first 3 innings in that game.
Called strike on the outer black to the yellow jacket at the plate in Romano, 1-2. Inside, a little scoot on back by Romano as the count evens now with 2 on the board.
And we should mention it is a completely new battery, not just a new pitcher, but Jake Burley takes over behind the plate for Brian Brecker.
Flied out in a right at the fence and making the out for the 2nd straight batter, Alec Makarevich.
He's using all the space he has, every last inch out there in the outfield, and he clearly has a good feel for it. Knew how much space he had to work with, and yeah, a couple of long, hard-hit outs to begin the 6th.
Gerlot steps in, 2nd time tonight he's flown out, and he's singled again after the miscommunication between Garland and Martinez in the infield. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. 2nd pitch, fouled on back to the netting, 0-2. Rather, it was a first pitch ball. Now 2-1 account, the scoreboard correctly adjusted. So it is 2-1. That foul back was the first strike. That fastball zips in for the 2nd time for the strike. 2 balls, 2 outs. 2 strikes, deuces, wild.
Whoa.
Another foul on back, 2-2. I messed up the order on that one.
There is no.
Went from balls to outs to strikes.
They're all 2s. It doesn't matter.
The 2s plentiful on the scoreboard. And a grounder away from Smith for a base runner.
Yeah, kind of took a nasty hop on Smith there, right where the outfield grass comes course with the infield dirt, and just kind of a tough hop. And any way you can get a base runner if you're the Westerners, I think you'll take it.
Gerlot reaches on the E6 as it is officially scored. Now Mag steps in. Upstairs, 1-0. Even and 1-1. Allen comes home. Flied foul. Watch out. I think the helmet's on the head. That could have been scary.
Yeah, it's a kind of a nasty carom. Of course, the Gulls dugout is right in the wheelhouse of it all, and definitely in play for a foul ball.
Pitch. Outside, he did not go.
Doesn't give us the strikeout, but Kyle, what does it give us?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild.
Deuce is wild once more.
And this time, it's a strikeout for how it will end. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base. We'll go to the end of the 6th when we come back on the NECBL Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network.
Bottom half of the 6th inning here on the NECBL Network. We're glad you tuned in to a interesting contest. We'll keep it that way. Still 12-0. Newport over Danbury. Kyle DeSantis, Zach Letson, and Shane Briggs on the call. Colton Ledbetter is going to... So Ledbetter steps in again. Talking about the last time he was up. I can't tell you what else he needs to do on the baseball field to really impress anyone.
I've begun calling him the Ted Williams of the Newport Gulls.
That's some high stakes and some high aspirations.
Such a humble guy, though. Every time I say that to him, he just laughs it off and says, nah, that's not me.
He's Colton Ledbetter. 1-0 now, 2-0. First pitch from Lintz was high and away. The second, low and below.
He's also a tattoo artist, but the only clients he takes are baseballs. So
2-0. Flied foul, third base side. 2-1 as we look over to the left. The sunset is almost complete.
Looks like rainbow sherbet.
Yeah, you still have some pink hues on the skyline behind the trees. So we look more towards Cardines Field in front of us, behind home plate and to the right. The navy sky is set in. 3-1 the count. Lintz fires outside. Ledbetter, 5th time he has reached on base through 6 innings.
That's ridiculous in and of its own, what you just said. 5 times on base. And we're, what, just over halfway into this game. And here we go. Colton Freeman has a helmet on. I think man who you just heard from in the booth in the second inning might be coming into this ball game. Yes, he is.
Ledbetter, take a bow. You've done pretty much everything you can do.
One Colton to another.
Except this one is with a K.
Freeman on first.
Good morning.
Not exactly good afternoon and good night, as that is fouled right back to us. Still no outs and a 0-1 count. Lintz nods at the signs, pitches. Whiffing on that one is Slade Alford, 0-2. Freeman at first. Will stay there as it's grounded foul. Alfred on the night has lined out. He's been hit by a pitch. He has singled, came around to score. He also singled again in the fifth, those singles coming in back-to-back innings. As we eclipse the 2-hour mark of this game, Redlands fires on to Thomas to keep Freeman at bay. First pitch was 6:45 and Eastern time. It's 8:49. Lasered into right. Freeman dodges it for an advancement up to 90 feet to second.
Well, Colton's got 3 hits. Slate's got 3 hits. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I've talked about this offense, what they've been capable of doing here at home just all season long. I think this takes the cake. If you're looking for just a special offensive showing, it's hard to top this one, although Newport scored 17 runs, 14 runs, and now 12 runs. But to see it like this collectively throughout the team is impressive.
And, Zach, they got time, too. We are far from done here at Cardines.
They're going to say Lintz balked. He can't believe it. Runners second and third. At this point for Danbury, it's just bad to worse.
Yeah, feeling like another old Danbury team, probably.
Is that a baseball team?
I'm not so sure it is.
0-1. Cold strike. Came in back door. 0-2. Fouled on back. It'll stay that way.
And Martinez, always a bit of a gentle giant. Definitely always a smile on his face when you see him here at the ballpark. But first thing after that last game, after that last home run, and then first thing here today, you can see he's just, I feel like there was a huge weight lifted off his shoulders. It was after everything he brought to CCSU this past season. I feel like it was a very big expectation of him. So for him to finally get that first one, I feel like you can even see a little bit of a difference in how he's conducting himself day to day with that weight lifted.
Low inside. Mag stayed close to the ground and turtled on over to keep the runners at second and third. 1-2 now. Lintz comes home. Outside, 2-2. That's a laser into center. White looking up. another round tripper. Noah Martinez, second of the night, second in 2 innings, 15-0. Newport over Danbury.
We were just saying, this man is just, wow. Noah Martinez.
Yeah, I think
unbelievable.
I think he's found that power. I think it's pretty safe to say that thing was just obliterated. I mean, it's a straightaway center field. The raw power that this man possesses is like few in the NECBL, and we're finally seeing that reflect on the field, I think, this summer.
Wow.
15 runs have come to the plate. They've all been for the home team. Their home orange uniforms on a Friday night in mid-July. Pitch missing to Luke Beckstein, again, who replaced Joshua Kuroda-Grauer. First time he's up to bat tonight. And he absolutely lasers one out of the stadium foul.
Yeah.
DAI might have to be called on a house.
Yeah, or maybe the strip mall right over there.
It is Newport after all, and where Cardines Field is conveniently located. All those stores are in walking distance as he flies that one foul for the second straight pitch. 1-2. Lintz comes home. Grounder, Romano. Romano to Thomas. Out number 1.
Chills. What a walk-up.
Jack Scanlon, a victim of 2 hit by pitches. But he has also singled. Popped out his last time up. With 1 out on the board, Lynch fires home a first pitch breaking ball. Drops on in to catch the black. 0-1. Into left. At the wall. Secured by Henry Stremecki.
Now, Scanlon's got a lot of raw power himself, and we've been waiting for his first home run of the summer. That thing was awfully close to getting out. Well struck, and just enough space for Stremecki.
To the right of the 357 sign.
Oh, as there's Jake Burley with Old Town Road. Oh.
Talk about a bigger jump in 2 theme songs.
The Billy Ray Cyrus version, I may add.
1-0. Zips in there for a strike, 1-1.
Kyle, what would your walk-up be?
I have this question's been asked to me multiple times. I still don't really have an answer to it.
That's a tough question.
Give me a genre at least.
You got all the songs in the
I listen
world.
to pretty much every genre of music, though.
But what do you think fits your personality and play style best if you were to take the batter's box?
That's a tough one. That's a way of opening my eyes to the subject.
Because I think personally, Loud and Heavy easily be my choice.
2-1.
Zach, thoughts on yours?
Oh,
maybe?
it's a great. I mean, it's tough. You got every song in the history of music to choose from. But, I mean, In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, I think would be where I would lean.
That is a great answer.
That is a song on the pregame playlist that we have. Always comes up. Back-to-back fouls off of the back of Burley.
I would. Oh, sorry.
My apology. The bat of Burley.
I would just once love to hear Alec Makarevich come out to Return of the Mac, though. Just once.
That's a good walk-up song. 3-2. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Burley whiffs on a pitch from Ren Lentz. Speaking of the Gulls offense, it hasn't gone away quite yet. 3 runs come home on 2 hits. The main one being the 3-run homer by Noah Martinez. No errors and no runners left on. It is 15-0. Zach Letson will take you home when we return on the NECBL Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
Welcome you back for the 7th. It is Newport by 15 runs. Gulls 15, Danbury nothing. Back here on the NECBL Network. Glad you can be with us. Zach Letson, Kyle DeSantis, and Shane Briggs with you. As Chase Allen back out for his 2nd inning of work, goes up against Henry Stremecki. Jermaine White and Jackson Taylor will follow. Gulls pushing for its 2nd shutout of their 2nd shutout of the season, and their first came against the Danbury Westerners. That was a 3-0 final out at Rogers Park in 8 innings. Stremecki with a cut and a miss. He is 1 for 2 today. A single that came back in the 2nd inning. It's his 9th hit of the season. Caught on and missed. Now a 2-2 count. Allen pitching in his 6th game with the Gulls. It's a guy that can give you some length, a lot of innings. Cut on and missed, strike 3. Nastiness with a breaking ball, 82 miles an hour, and there's 1 gone. There's 5 hits for the Westies tonight. That compared to 16 for Newport. And Jermaine White looking for his first. Down the line, right into the glove of Martinez. Steps on first, and there's quickly 2 away. Noah becoming the 2nd goal this season, 3rd rather, to have a 2-home run night. First it was Sam Coolasingham, then it was Slade Alford out at Martha's Vineyard. And now after recording his first home run of the summer on Wednesday, how about 2 more here tonight?
Kyle, I got to ask. I've seen a couple times the Westerners' first base coach side by side with Noah Martinez, who we've established is not a small individual. Who is that gentleman?
Connor Farrell.
That is a large man. That is a large man.
He is a large man. He's very fun to be around with on the bus rides, and pretty cool to see him in comparison.
Smoked off the bat of Jackson Taylor to straightaway center field. That baby's on a 1-way ticket out of here. That was crushed. Jackson Taylor, the leadoff man, with his first hit of the night and an emphatic one. And it finally gets the Westies on the board. It's 15-1.
Just if this game couldn't get any weirder. By how that Taylor home run looked, How many home runs do you think he has on the season? Genuine question.
4. Is that his first?
Yes, it is.
Okay. There's your answer. Number 1, for number 1, 4-run number 1 for the Danbury Westerners. It's a 15-1 score as Daniel Rivera comes up, 2 down, and the base is empty for the Penman.
Do we have a singles wild sound?
Oh, if we did, I just invented it. And here's another singles, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Let me know what you want your sound effect to be. I'll get on that.
Got the air horn, maybe?
And the dirt covered up and blocked by Gurley before it bounces away. Well, there is no such thing unless we make it one. We could.
I'm not sure that's a trend I'm ready to set. I think Deuces Wild may still just be. Just waiting for it there.
3-1 now to Rivera. He's got a multi-hit night. Only Westerner that can say that. Looks at strike 2. Now a 3-2 count here at 2 down. That was on a double that he had. That nearly got out of the ballpark. On the ground to Beckstein. And the inning is over. So the Westerners finally get on the board with a solo shot from Jackson Taylor, his first of the summer. But it's all goals. Still well in control. Newport 15, Danbury 1. Time to stretch here at Cardines Fields. Back for the home half of the 7th. Ben Rounds gets it started for Newport. 9-1-2 hitters Rounds, Smith, and Alec Makarevich due up with a 14-run lead here for Newport in the bottom of the 7th. It's down low to Ben. Well, every hitter for Newport has a hit tonight. 14 in total, 16 in total. And, well, for Rounds, it was a bloop shot that came back in the 3rd inning.
Kyle, I think you could pull off a Bublé type walk-up, kind of like Scanlon does. I'm seeking an answer by the end of the game, my friend.
I wouldn't mind picking from that catalog. That would be pretty cool.
Well, it gets the people going. That's what Jack Scanlon said. He said, you know, a little something great for the crowd. It's 3-1 here to Rounds. Here's the pitch from Ren Lintz. He's back out there for going in now his 3rd inning of work. He's past the 50-pitch benchmark. He's now at 52. Is the 2nd reliever out of the pen for Ian Ratchford's club. It's gone a lot better than the first man that came out. Payoff to Rounds on the ground. It'll stay fair. Backhanded by Romano. Long throw. In time. What a great play from one side of the diamond to the other. Nick Romano from coast to coast.
Yeah, Romano, when it comes to him being out on that left side of the infield, whether he's at short, whether he's at third, he's got a cannon. We've seen it many times throughout the season. We've seen it a few times tonight as well, and it's a very important factor there. That's why he has the most games that he's played in for the Westerners all summer.
High arcing breaking ball from Lintz to greet Spencer Smith. The Newport shortstop hitting a leadoff for the first time all season here tonight. Flies it out shallow in the outfield. Rivera is back to make the catch in shallow center field. And now it's the return of the Mac, Alec Makarevich. Another goal with a multi-hit night. You could say that about almost everyone for Newport, and that they've at least got one hit. Amac's got two. He's also reached on a walk. For the East Carolina Pirates, he's a switch hitter, and we've seen him pretty much exclusively from that left side of the batter's box here tonight.
He might have just taken one at bat righty just to have the cool title. Running theory.
I can play both sides depending on what matchup is better for the pitcher, as did another goal in Sam Kulasingham. And that's dangerous when you got a couple of switch hitters in your lineup.
Yeah, he does that.
And if he can get on base, we will see the first at bat of the night for Colton Freeman.
And, you know, credit where it's due to Amac, all jokes aside. The man has been unstoppable in a Gulls uniform.
That is in for a strike. And the deuces are wild. Pew, pew, pew.
Kyle, I see you getting in on the fun down there.
I got to do something at this point.
On the ground foul, and we'll remain at 2-2-2.
Kyle, I'll give you the honors on this one. Let the people at home hear it.
The call or the...
There it is.
Oh, man. Here's the pitch from Lintz. Cut on and miss, strike three. Off speed at 78, and he gets Makarevich to chase. And that ends the bottom of the seventh inning. We'll keep it here. There are so many scores from around the league. I'd have to imagine the first time all season that we've had 8 games in action. And one of them's here in Newport, but plenty else around the league, Shane.
Yes, thank you, Zach. Ladies and gentlemen, a busy night around the league. We will start off going out to Goodall Park, where in the first game of a doubleheader, the Sanford Mainers topped the Schoon squad, the Mystic Schooners, by a score of 2-1, and are currently in the top of the 7th in Game 2 of that doubleheader, where the Sanford Mainers again lead, this time by a score of 4-0. Another final score out at the Maxfield Sports Complex. The Ocean State Waves beat the Upper Valley Nighthawks by a final score of 5-2. Taking a trip over to the Joe Wolf Field in the bottom of the 8th. The Keene Swamp Bats are up 9-2 on the North Adams Steeplecats. Out in Vermont at the Montpelier Recreation Field, the Bristol Blues up 10-5 on the Vermont Mountaineers. Top of the 9th out at Fraser Field, the North Shore Navigators up 6-3 on the Valley Blue Sox. Out on the Vineyard, the Sharks are up 7-0 on the Scrats, and rounding it out, taking you back going into the top of the 8th. The Gulls lead the Westerners 15-1 on an action-packed night around the NECBL.
8 games, you got a doubleheader out at Goodall Park. Plenty of important scores. Newport's keeping an eye mostly on the Sanford Mystic game, which the Mainers lead and are about to close out. 3 outs away from doing so in the top of the 7th. And then, of course, the other game that matters, number 1 against number 2 out in Montpelier. Newport rooting for the Mountaineers, but Vermont trailing 10-5, like you said.
Still time, still time.
There still is time. Goals are in pursuit for that top 2 seed in the NECBL. If you get that, you get a bye through the wild card round of the NECBL playoffs. Here in the 8th, it is Hank Thomas that gets things started. 3, 4, and 5, the heart of this Danbury order to face Chase Allen back out for his 3rd inning of work. 0 for 3 day for number 33. Ground out in the first, struck out swinging in the third, and then grounded out to Spencer Smith on that impressively turned 6-3 double play in the fifth. It's in the dirt and off of the protective gear of Burley. Mention Burley is the new catcher. Colton Freeman takes over for Colton Ledbetter in center. Luke Beckstein in for Crota Grauer. And that is strike 3. Well, Jake Burley might have known it before Christopher Lima, the umpire, knew it. It is another K for Chase Allen. That is the 10th strikeout by Gulls pitchers tonight, the third by number 37.
Well, Jake Burley, a math guy, self-proclaimed math tutor. If you ever need one, hit him up. Not shy to show us the math skills and calculated that one pretty quick.
Well, I don't know if you need a studious Brown University student to tell you that, well, 10 strikeouts and only 1 run allowed, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I would call that a decent night of pitching in my experience.
That 1 run coming off the solo shot from Jackson Taylor an inning ago.
Credit where it's due. A shot if there ever was one.
It's a foul ball off the bat of Harrison Feinberg, the DH. It's a 2-1 count. Another foul ball this time near the Newport dugout on the fastball from Allen. Over 40 pitches and doing a good job of helping Newport restore its bullpen. That is just a bit low on the breaking ball. 3-2 count. Newport had to use 3 relievers on Wednesday. A trip to Mackenzie Stadium awaits tomorrow to place the Valley Blue Sox. And good luck catching up to that curveball. That is nasty from Chase Allen. Back-to-back punchies. Now 11 Ks on the night by Gulls pitching. Gulls are flocking tonight. Nick Romano, who we saw make the fine defensive play a half inning ago. Danbury, third baseman, digs in from the left side, looks at ball 1. Reached on an E5 in the second inning, but has been retired the other 2 times. He's come up to the plate. Able to hold up his swing on the 1-0 pitch now, 2-2. In for a strike now, 2-1. So the man with 25 hits this season for Danbury, but I certainly need a lot more than a base hit here. Need a 1 to start many.
Zach, the deuces are wild. Would you like a shot at it? We've given Kyle the opportunity.
I think that's your territory, Shane.
You sure you don't want to?
That's all you, my man. On the ground, it'll stay fair to Martinez. And the inning is over. Chase Allen, how about it? 3 innings in the books out of the bullpen. And the Gulls with just 1 run allowed on the night. It is all Newport. 15-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and
Well, you heard from him in the booth during the second inning. Now you see him on the field. Gulls up 15-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and Colton Freeman will lead things off in the last of the 8th, taking over for Colton Ledbetter in the 3 spot. Looks at strike 1 from Lintz. He's back out there for now working into his 4th inning, surpassing the total of Danbury starter Kyle Roche, who went 3 innings himself. Breaking ball skips near the Newport dugout. A 1-1 counts to Colton.
And again, Lintz is a guy who is often gone for multi-inning appearances. He's gone 3 multiple times. He's yet to go 4, though.
That's what he'll try to do for the first time this season. And a game that was all but lost for Danbury. You probably just, the goal should probably just be to try to save your pitching going forward. And Lintz is doing an excellent job of that, working into his 4th inning, and has, outside of the Noah Martinez home run, been strong. Just 2 hits outside of that, but 3 earned runs, of course, on the night. As that is smoked by Freeman, tailing out of play and on top of the warehouse. Colton's still looking for his first home run, but we talked about it. He stepped in after his ankle injury and produced offense immediately. 13 hits, a .282 average, two RBIs as well. Here comes the payoff. Skied in the air into foul territory, ranging back Mag, and he has enough room to make the catch in foul territory. With the little room that there is, just enough real estate for Mag to make the play. One down now for Slade Alford. Got to think he's in contention for Week 6 NECBL Player of the Week, or at least an honorable selection. Or a guy that, 3 more hits tonight, 3 hits on, back on Wednesday, and was hitting .516 over the course of this 9-game hitting streak that he has. It's now a 10-game hitting streak for the Mississippi State Bulldog. Sky back out of play. Has 19 hits in his last 10 games. That is almost 2 a game.
It's a lot of hits.
Yes, it is. Whole lot of hits. That is smoked into the gap. And that'll get down for a base hit. Slate going for second. And now make it 9 games in a row with an extra base hit for Slade Alford. We were wondering if he was going to get it. He had 3 hits on the night. They were all singles. Saving his best for here in the 8th inning. And, well, that ball was smacked. You get a look at the replay. It doesn't get a whole lot easier. Noah Martinez steps in with a monster day. An absolute monstrous day. 3 extra base hits, 2 of them for home runs. Digging in from the left side, looks at ball 1 downstairs. He doubled, which very well could have been a home run in any other park in the NECBL. 374 feet to dead center. Homered later in the inning. Homered 2 innings later. And good luck trying to stop him. One on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Martinez smacks it foul. This was the inning that he had that big blast on Wednesday. It was a little different of a ball game. Newport entered, trailing 3-2. Slade Alford with a 2 RBI double. And Noah Martinez with a solo home run. Gulls aren't quite in need of that kind of rally tonight. In search for a 10th straight win at home and well on their way. Martinez smacks it back up the middle, through for a base hit. Give him another. It's a 4-hit night for Noah. And Slade will touch home. 16-1 Newport. Oh, there's your player of the game right there. Have a night, Noah Martinez. 4 for 5. 2 home runs, a double, and now a single.
Hope you like offense, folks.
Well, if you don't,
We do.
only tuning in for the first couple of innings. If you do, well, this was like Christmas morning.
Christmas in July.
16 runs across. Here's Luke Beckstein, the Newport second baseman. Substituted for Josh Kuroda-Grauer. Out defensively, Newport has made 3 substitutions. That is in the dirt and blocked behind the plate by Mag. 0 for 1 since he stepped in. 11 hits on the season for Luke. Comes out to a 200 average entering play tonight. Smacked off the inner part of the bat foul, so now a 1-2 counts to the Northeastern Husky, Luke Beckstein. Looking for his first hit tonight. Every Newport starter has one. Of course, Beck coming off the bench. A transfer from Kansas State. That is back up the middle. Could be to Rivera. Flips to second for one on to first. 6-4-3. It's a twin killing to end the inning. And we head to the ninth. 3 more outs to get for a Gulls victory. All Newport up 16-1.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Head to the ninth. 3 more outs for Newport. That is all the Gulls need. It's a new pitcher on the mound to try to get those 3 outs. Liam Levangie, the second-year Newport Gull, makes his 6th appearance on the summer. 9 1/3 innings pitched. He's got an 8.67 ERA. And I'll try to wrap this one up facing Billy Gerlach Alec Mag and Henry Stremecki, 6, 7, 8, and the Danbury order. Gulls 3 outs away from a 10th straight win here at home, looking to advance to 13-2 on the season on their home stomping grounds. This has been a different team here at Cardines, and all that score is a perfect indication of that you see in the upper left. On the ground, right back to Levangie. Overhand toss to first for out number 1. One of 4 returning goals, Liam Levangie from last year's team. The other led this ball game off, Spencer Smith at shortstop. 3 pitchers and 1 hitter returning to this goal squad. And returning after being eliminated to this very team, the Danbury Westerners. A little bit of sweet revenge here tonight and this season, finishing off a season sweep in need of just 2 more outs to do so.
Yeah, Zach, revenge is the best a dish best served with a lot of runs. That was a tongue twister.
So many runs, it's not even cold anymore.
Well, it's from one returning Newport goal to a returning Danbury Westerner. Henry Stremecki, I beg your pardon, he is on deck. Alec Mag will step in. And Stremecki to up 3rd this inning. Popped up by Mag into foul territory. Martinez racing over. Nearly had a play, but it caromed off of the fence that sits right to the right of the Cardines Field scoreboard.
Right next to the clubhouse.
The newly refurbished clubhouse. Got to go in there a couple times. Very nice looking and
great establishment. Noah Martinez might need to give their roofer a call after what he did out in right field.
One for 2 day for Mag. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fly back out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, does that.
Liam last pitched on Monday here at Cardines Field. Scoreless inning of relief in that 3-1 win over the North Shore Navigators. On the grounds, over to Smith. Long throw, in time. Spencer Smith from deep in the hole makes that look effortless, and the Gulls are 1 out away. Now here's Henry Stremecki with 2 away in the 9th. The Danbury left fielder. 1 for 3 tonight, but he has struck out twice. Not having the season he was quite looking for offensively, batting just 132 coming in to this at-bat. Flown out into foul territory. Martinez giving chase again, and that is on the warehouse.
Yeah, does that.
Really making Martinez move, huh?
1 strike closer.
Kyle, any word on that walk-up song?
The walk-up song
for you, my friend.
For Kyle DeSantis.
Oof.
Fastball is cut on and missed from Levangie to Stremecki. We have seen the fastball has also got that 12-6 curve in the back.
It's a long shot, but you watch pro wrestling, FDR's theme for AEW. That's a good one.
That's a good call.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Speaking of wrestling.
That's in the dirt.
Pitches up high. Zach calls them chin music. Please tell me you get the reference.
Yes,
Zach
of course I do.
Reference.
You do
Shawn
not get
Michaels.
the reference. Oh, my goodness.
The sweet chin music.
Whew.
I know.
1 more strike to get for Levangie. The pitch. Down low now.
He'll treat us instead.
One more time, right? Why not? Deuces run wild.
Sure you don't want it?
Got a few more games to get that time into your belt, Zach.
I'm going to get one out of him. It'll happen.
That is just upstairs, 78 miles per hour from Levangie. Bryant Bulldog, a kid from East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. His father, the former pitching coach of the Boston Red Sox, Dana Levangie. Line back up the middle, diving stop, Beckstein. The ball game is over on a brilliant play. What a fitting way to end it. All Newport from start to end. Domination in a 16-1 win over the Danbury Westerners. The bullpen flapping their wings. Why wouldn't they be? It is a 10th win in a row at home. It is the 21st win of the season for the Gulls. Newport 16, Danbury 1. Well, Kyle, it was a night that was really owned by the Newport Gulls, 16 runs, and that fourth inning will go down in the books. 10 runs for Newport, including not just one, but 2 home runs for the Gulls, coming from Noah Martinez and Colton Ledbetter, and that kind of just sums up what was a dominant night offensively.
Yeah, it really kind of paints the picture. Those middle innings, the middle second rather, if you want to cut the game into thirds, it's exactly what it was for the Gulls. They bring home 13 runs, 10 in the fourth. They did add an additional 3 in the sixth. And when it comes to the offense tonight, it was just Newport having an explosion under the lights here at Cardines Field.
2 runs for Newport in the first. If you remember the first, that's when Newport had 3 hits in a row to open the ball game. Hits from Spencer Smith, Alec Makarevich, and Colton Ledbetter made it a 2-0 lead. And then the avalanche came. Newport's biggest inning of the season. 10 runs on 9 hits in the fourth. Colton Ledbetter, Noah Martinez with the home runs. And then Noah did it again. He's tonight's South Coast Health Player of the Game with a 4-for-5 night. It is all smiles in that Newport huddle after utter domination. 16-1 the final, and what is the final time, Kyle, that these two teams will see each other in the regular season. Who knows what the playoffs hold. Newport almost assuredly will make it as one of the 6 teams. Danbury is in a fight in the wild card race. Who knows if another matchup is in store between these two, but well, either way, it's been a pleasure having you up here in the booth for what was a game that I don't think any of us could have expected.
Yeah, I didn't expect it coming in tonight. I know you guys didn't. I know for me, second year with the team, first time actually broadcasting here was an amazing experience. It's a place that I love going to, and I'm proud that at least this game was an eventful one when I was on the mic.
Oh, it was a heck of a ball game. Newport with its most runs at home all season, its second most runs all summer. 16-1 the final. And that'll do it for Kyle and myself up here in the booth. But our coverage, our post-game coverage, continues. Shane Briggs, he'll be joined by another one of our media interns and field reporters, Caden Sharpens here from right here in the booth to continue to break this one down. And we have plenty more coverage for you, so stick with us. But Kyle, it's been a pleasure to have you, like I said. And hopefully there's not too much traffic on the drive back to Western Connecticut.
Yeah, and for Danbury, they got a home game tomorrow against the North Shore Navigators. So they're back at Rogers Park. They got to put this game in the back of their minds as quickly as possible, maybe even on the bus ride back. And they got to wake up tomorrow, or rather continue into tomorrow. They are going to get back when it comes to Saturday. And they got to just try to get the win against the Navigators and avoid being swept again by a Coastal Division team.
Gulls move to 21-11. Quite the different game from game 1 of this season series. Newport wins game 1 in Rogers Park 3-0 and win game 2 16-1 the final. Well, that'll do it for Kyle and myself up here in the booth on a remarkable night for baseball, but stick with us. It is Shane Briggs. He'll be joined shortly by Caden Sharpens here as our coverage rolls on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Gulls post-game show. An absolutely incredible showing here from your Newport Gulls. An explosive outing, an inning to remember, an offensive output to remember. Caden joining us in the booth. Caden, how are we tonight?
We are fantastic, Shane Briggs. It was a tight game today, and it was, I had to stress that one out. I mean, it was unreal. That was the biggest offensive explosion from a team that I feel like possesses so much power, so much pop, and I mean, you saw it on full display. Like, there's some games during the season we questioned it, but I mean, after this game, you can't question it at all.
Absolutely. So a guy in Colton Freeman that we were lucky enough to get to talk to up here in the booth earlier, he was up here for the second, and we were lucky enough to ask him, get his insight on what the dugout is like during an offensive output like they had in the first inning, with that leadoff double from Spencer Smith and then the continued rally that brought in those 2 runs. He was able to give us a little insight on what that was like. But what, from your vantage point on top of the dugout, up on cameras 1 and 5, thank you again for your hard work on both of those cameras tonight. What was the dugout like? I mean, 10 runs in an inning. What are the sounds like? What are the guys like? How is everything feeling? What's the Danbury dugout like? Walk us through. Give us a little insight on what the vibes were down there.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was definitely like a party down there. I mean, Colton Freeman was pretty funny. There was a lot happening in the dugout. I mean, the inning was, I don't know how long the inning was, like time-wise, but it was significantly long. And, I mean, they can't even put up 10 runs on the scoreboard here at Cardines. I mean, it has to be a 0. So, I mean, the Danbury dugout, it's obviously deflating 100%. It's just like the Blues. I mean, they got a long drive home, Danbury. I mean, it's kind of far. So, I mean, I can imagine that's a tough drive, especially for a team. I mean, this is not an easy loss to take. I mean, being on the other side of it is really bad. But Newport just, I mean, what a performance. I mean, this is a game that the Schooners got swept today against the Sanford Mainers. So you now extend that lead in the Coastal Division, and now your odds of sealing a playoff spot just get even bigger. But yeah, that dugout was nuts.
Was rocking?
It was rocking down there.
Absolutely. So another thing, the first number, the big number everyone's going to look at is going to be the run total for the Gulls. 16 runs, 10 in 1 inning, an incredibly insane offensive output. But 1 run, that's an incredible job by the pitching staff. So, Caden, a pleasure. I believe that is it from us up here in the booth. We're going to throw it down to Zach Letson with your South Coast Player of the Game, Noah Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. Shane Briggs and Caden Charpentier signing off.
All right, a night to remember for the Newport Gulls and a night to remember for Noah Martinez. Gulls get it done 16-1 over Danbury. And Noah, you become the 3rd player this season on the Gulls to record a multi-home run night. 2 homers, 4 for 5 in total. What was working for you on just a ridiculous night at the plate?
I mean, trying to find pitches to hit, really, honestly. I mean, I feel like I haven't gotten a lot of pitches like, down the middle or middle in and everything like that. So hopefully just trying to take advantage of what I got, what I'm getting in the game, and trying to hit it hard. That's pretty much it. So.
Well, something's clicked for you. Before your first home run on Wednesday, you started to see the ball better, average started to go up. Then you get that first home run, a big one in that win over the Bristol Blues, and then 2 more the game after. What do you think? Did you just need to get that one to get over the hump? What do you think it is for you that's helped you find your stride?
Just getting that first one was huge, you know what I'm saying? I think that getting the first one kind of like opens up the floodgates a little bit.
Boy, big dog.
This guy's been
the big dog's barking tonight, baby.
I needed that
nice
a lot. I needed his support and, doing what I can, you know what I'm saying? So just trying to take advantage of what I got. That's pretty much it.
Oh, it's always great when you're getting love from everyone. We know you had to entertain the kids. Chris Patsos is here as well. But this is just a great night for the team in general. It's now 10 home wins in a row for the Gulls, and you guys have found your stride. How do you continue this and try to keep things going as this tight race continues for a top 2 seed in the NECBL, and you try to keep a Coastal Division lead with Valley on tap tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's big with our lineup. I think it's just kind of staying consistent and trying to attack pitches early in the count. I think that's huge. Just hitting the ball hard, making the defense do some work. I think striking out is a lot. It hurts us, hurts obviously our average and everything like that. But like when we have bases loaded or guys in scoring position, we just can't strike out, and that's a big thing. But we've been doing well with guys in scoring position, putting the ball in play, and I think that's what we need to do. And then obviously clean defense, clean pitching, and we'll be fine. So.
All right, that's the man of the night, the South Coast Health Player of the Game, Noah Martinez. Noah, thanks for the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Gulls win it 16-1, and will be back in action tomorrow out at McKenzie Stadium against the Valley Blue Sox before returning here Monday for the Newport Gulls' next home game. That comes against the North Shore Navigators at 6:35 p.m. Well, wrapping it up for everyone that was involved with tonight's broadcast, I'm Zach Letson signing off after a dominant night of baseball here for the Newport Gulls. Newport wins it 16-1.
Mm-hmm.